Right on, I guess right on time.
Right on time.
ABC News did
We
reach out to the
live.
city manager there. He told us there
We
had been no
love.
specific claims
Yeah.
of harm.
You ready? Nah, I mean, is you ready? Somebody ready for war? That Weezy. Lights is up. Wise man mad. They ready for war. Feeling all blacks is the trooper. Plan, plot, strategize, crucial. Gotta pick a side, no neutral. In the middle of a war as usual. Watch your back, they shoot. If your ops drop, better keep it moving. All we do is win, no losing. In the middle of a war as usual. In the middle of a war as usual. In the middle of a war as usual. Plan, plot, strategize, crucial. In the middle of a war as usual. In the middle of a war as usual. In the middle of a war as usual. If the ops drop, better keep it moving. In the middle of a war as usual. Yeah. You ready?
Yeah, we ready. We ready. Back
Yeah,
at it.
yeah.
In the middle of a war as usual. We got precinct power, precinct prophet of the power. I'm slurring my words. Thought Weezy, the prince.
Sir.
You understand? I am Itizab, and we got Lapayard in here too, but you can't see him. He like a ghost. Say something to the people. You on mute. You gotta unmute. All right. Well, I guess this ghost don't speak. Man, listen, man, we're gonna do a special broadcast today, man. We gonna do a little live reaction to the presidential debate. If you didn't know, the presidential debate is going on right now. You probably heard a little bit of it as we were beginning the show. So I'm gonna let it rock. Now for trademark purposes or copyright purposes, we're not allowed to show you the debate, but maybe you could hear some of it, and maybe YouTube allow you to hear it as we kind of commentate over it. You know what I mean? So make sure you get them likes up. We're gonna bring you the presidential debate live on War as Usual. Y'all let us know, you know what I'm saying? Let us know what you wanna what you think about the whole situation. Now, if I could, I'll tell you what, man. I don't support voting. I don't vote. You know what I mean? I would advise blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to let America fall. Stop voting unless you want America to keep ruling over blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But that's just me.
Were just killed, viciously and violently killed, and I got to know the parents and the family. They didn't fire. They should have fired
All of a sudden, Joe Biden is
people because that was
R.I.P. You know what I mean? He's nowhere to be found. Has ever seen. Is he even out there?
Somebody does a bad job.
I'm pretty sure he's in the crowd or something watching. Or not in the crowd, but he's somewhere watching. But he's literally resting in peace. And he's tired.
Such a poor job, and they never fire anybody. Look at the economy. Look at the inflation.
So they just talked about abortion. Of course, Kamala Harris is pro-abortion. Donald Trump is anti-abortion. Kamala Harris states that she's sympathetic for women who want to have an abortion after they've been raped or survived incest. Donald Trump is saying
deportation now.
Now they talking about deportation.
You say if things get out of control, you'd have no problem using the U.S. military.
Let me get a picture.
You also said you would use local police. How would you deport 11 million undocumented immigrants? I know you believe that number is much higher. Take us through this. What does this look like? Will authorities be going door to door in this country? Yeah. It is much higher because of them. They allowed criminals, many millions of criminals. They allowed terrorists. They allowed common street criminals. They allowed people to come in, drug dealers to come into our country. And they're now in the United States and told by their countries like Venezuela, don't ever come back or we're going to kill you. Do you know that crime in Venezuela and crime in countries all over the world is way down? You know why? Because they've taken their criminals off the street and they've given them to her to put into our country. And this will be one of the greatest mistakes in history for them to allow. And I think they probably did it because they think they're going to get votes, but it's not worth it because they're destroying the fabric of our country by what they've done. There's never been anything done like this at all. They've destroyed the fabric of our country. Millions of people let in, and all over the world, crime is down all over the world except here. Crime here is up and through the roof. Despite their fraudulent statements that they made, crime in this country is through the roof. And we have a new form of crime. It's called migrant crime. And it's happening at levels that nobody thought possible.
A lot of that be propaganda,
the FBI says overall violent crime is actually coming down in this country. But
Excuse me, the FBI
that's that rhetoric that these oppressors love, though.
They didn't include the worst cities. They didn't include the cities with the worst crime.
And to be honest, I think they started increasing the amount of so-called immigrants so that they can boost those numbers and say, yeah, crime is because of these immigrants.
National security crimes, economic crimes, election interference, has been found liable for sexual assault, and his next big court appearance is in November at his own criminal sentencing. And let's be clear, where each person stands on the issue, what is important: respect for the rule of law and respect for law enforcement. The former vice president called for defunding.
Yo, somebody's dropping clips of it right now. Like this guy follow named Jason A on YouTube. He posting a clip of the debate right now. Like niggas don't sleep on this podcast. Like
on this same old tired rhetoric.
we got a clip up right now. It's still happening.
The needs of the American people. Address what we need to do about the housing shortage, which I have a plan for. Address what we must do to support our small businesses. Address bringing down the price of groceries. But frankly, the American people are exhausted with this same old tired playbook.
Vice President Harris, thank you.
She's in a position right now where she can make that change. Like that makes no sense.
Great point. Great point. Like why is she not making that happen right now? Like she don't even have to do a debate if she's doing what she's talking about in the debate right now.
I like is nobody else's what is it campaign fault but hers is the reason why things are the way it is today.
Yeah. And he should harp on that shit. If I was him, I would harp on that.
Like
you got the power to do it right now. Why ain't you doing it right now? Everything she answered, whenever they asked her a question and she answered, okay, well, why you ain't doing that right now? That's what I would do.
Right.
That'll be my only argument. Every answer she say, I was like, okay, why you not doing it right now?
It's weaponization, and they used it, and it's never happened in this country. They used it to try and win an election. They're fake cases. President Trump, thank you. A really quick response here, Vice President Harris, on this notion of weaponization of the Justice Department.
Well, let's talk about extreme and understand the context in which this election in 2024 is taking place.
We're going to talk about black people.
They probably not.
The former president
they definitely
already did.
Yeah, in every debate they bring up race relations. They definitely going to bring it up.
Understand, this is someone who has openly said he would terminate, I'm quoting, terminate the Constitution of the United States.
Well, what happened to her black accent?
The Department of Justice against his political enemies. Someone who has openly expressed disdain for members of our military. Understand what it would mean if Donald Trump were back in the White House with no guardrails.
Yo, La Pera, man, where you at, dude?
Now the court won't stop him. We know J.D. Vance is not going to stop him. It's up to the American people.
Vice President Harris, thank you. Lindsay?
Vice President Harris, in your last run for president,
This is the one that weaponized.
Did they turn his mic off?
She weaponized. I probably took a bullet to the head.
They probably turn it off every time they
respond.
respond.
They say about me. They talk about democracy. I'm a threat to democracy. They're the threat to democracy. It was a fake Russia investigation that went nowhere.
We have a lot to get to, Lindsay. Vice President Harris, in your last run for president, you said you wanted to ban fracking. Now you don't. You wanted mandatory government buyback programs for assault weapons. Now your campaign says you don't. You supported decriminalizing border crossings. Now you're taking a harder line. I know you say that your values have not changed. So then why have so many of your policy positions changed? So my values have not changed.
We got Michael Love, Shalom Brothers, in the gravel pit.
But in particular, let's talk about fracking because we're here in Pennsylvania.
Oh, he said Biden at the White House.
I will not ban fracking. I have not banned fracking.
What about all the
Ukrainians,
Ukrainian Chinese that were let in? Right.
Reduction
A lot of them, and East Indians. Them East Indians getting deported too.
My position is that we have got
she
to
only used her
invest
black accent
in
around
diverse
blacks.
sources of energy, so we reduce our reliance on foreign
Ain't no
oil.
black people in that building.
Had the largest increase in domestic oil production in history because of an approach that
not ones that matter.
That we cannot over rely on foreign oil. As it relates to my values, let me tell you, I grew up a middle class kid raised by a hardworking mother who worked and saved and was able to buy our first home when I was a teenager. The values I bring.
Wait, her mom was able to buy a house?
Knowing not everybody got handed
must be nice.
$400 million on a silver platter and then filed bankruptcy 6 times is a value that I bring to my work to say we are going to work with the private sector and home builders to increase by 3 million homes by the end of my first term. My work that is related to having a friend when I was in high school who was sexually assaulted by her stepfather. And my focus then on protecting women and children from violent crime is based on a value that is deeply grounded in the importance of standing up for those who are most vulnerable. My work that is about protecting Social Security.
That's a goddamn lie for one.
Based on long-standing work that I have done.
Niggas, they don't stand up for them kids when it happens. The kids get assaulted and nobody says anything. Everybody blame the kids. That's famous. That's infamous. You know what I'm saying? You get essayed and you get blamed. So that's a damn lie. They don't care about. If you really want to stop that shit, you attack the motherfuckers that's doing it.
Strength is not in beating people down, it's in lifting people up. I intend to be that president. President Trump,
first of all, I wasn't given $400 million. I wish I was. My father was a Brooklyn builder, Brooklyn, Queens, and a great father, and I learned.
Nah, that nigga was rich.
This guy here.
Yeah, his daddy gave him like $1 million or some shit.
Many billions. And when people see it, they are even surprised. So we don't have to talk about that. Fracking, she's been against it for 12 years. Defund the police, she's been against that forever. She gave all that stuff up very wrongly, very horribly, and everybody's laughing at it.
Debate is over.
In Minnesota, she went out. Wait a minute, I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar? She went out.
Yeah, they should just box it out. Like whoever wins.
And wanted to let criminals that killed people, that burned down Minneapolis.
Up yeah, man, you talking, but you on mute.
I ain't talking.
Oh, I thought you was talking.
Yo, pissed out.
He ain't got nothing to say. He's like, man, y'all got this. Y'all got
this.
this.
Man, fuck both of them.
She wants to confiscate your guns, and she will never allow fracking in Pennsylvania. If she won the election, fracking in Pennsylvania will end on day one. Just to finish one thing, so important in my opinion. So I got the oil business going like nobody has ever done before.
Man, listen, man. I don't even want to hear what the hell Donald Trump's saying right now because he on some bullshit.
Yeah, I want to hear when they get to talking about the community.
All right, well, look, how about this? I keep watching it. We can move on to like another topic. Cool. This shit kind of loud. All right, so yeah, man. I think this is a presidential debate. I second the sentiments of wise man mad. You know, he might be mad, but he's wise as hell. F both
I
of
was
them.
gonna say it.
And
You
that's
know,
the wisdom part.
it may be a little abrasive, but you know what I'm saying? When I look at this picture right here, when I see Harris and Trump, I don't see no difference.
Yeah,
I'm being quite honest with you.
it looked like oppression.
It looked like left side oppression, right side oppression.
Yeah,
I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean?
Look like either way we're gonna be in hell.
For real, we always been in
But
hell. We always been in hell. And the crazy part is, like, black people keep looking for a messiah, but you're looking in the wrong places. You're looking for the president to come in and change some shit for black people.
you want the devil to be your savior.
For
That's
real.
crazy. That don't even make sense.
Cut.
So
Cut. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Not none of these niggas.
ain't nobody coming to say you not. Yeah, not a devil,
Trump
not a
and
damn,
Harris.
not Diablo himself.
You ever thought, think about this in our time, right? 2024, right now. We debating between Donald Trump and some random Kamala Harris. That's what we didn't got to as America. That's what we didn't got to. That's crazy.
What's crazy is what's crazy is like I was shy brought her earlier. She's in office right now. She's the vice president right now. So why is there even a debate? Why isn't it action? It's like, hey, look, I know she's not the president. You know what I'm saying? I know she can't pull all the damn strings, but she is the vice president. She got some pull. You know what I'm saying? The president is an old ass man who don't know how to make decisions anyway.
They don't really have no pull. That's what this really is showing you. They are the spokespeople. Like, if I could, I just want to say that this is how I rationalize it, right? They pick a Donald Trump or a Kamala Harris, right? Whichever one they pick. The House, the Senate, the people that really make the rules and come up with the shit, they just need somebody that's able to articulate to a specific demographic. So if you want the white race or certain people in that has the money, you're gonna vote for a Donald Trump, because Donald Trump gonna be able to relate to them with the lingo that he used. He's from that way of life. He doesn't have to be poor to be from that way of life. But then you got Kamala Harris. She looks black. They already understand that black people go off visuals, so we don't give a fuck what her father is. We're gonna look at her skin tone and be like, she black like us. So whatever she say, we gonna take that. I could be wrong.
Nah, I think I agree with what you're saying too, and it makes sense to why. Like, even in this debate, they brought up multiple times how Donald Trump done changed his stance on shit, and that's
Yeah, freeze.
I ain't freeze.
Oh,
I think he did though. I think he froze.
Oh, he froze.
He in the Matrix right now. Damn.
Yeah.
They got him. I told y'all not to play that shit. I said it. I said don't play it. They froze your ass. They only froze you because you playing it.
That nigga frozen in time.
He frozen in time, dog. They got him, dog. Damn.
Yeah, man. That shit is always interesting to watch, man.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, people going.
Of course.
Eventually, Lord allow, man, people will see, you know what I mean, that both sides don't have us in their best interest. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest, sir. I don't think they'll ever see that. I'm gonna tell, for me, I feel like the only time that people gonna realize that those people don't have our best interests at hand is when Christ returns. That's it. Before that, no.
I
don't know if Christians think this is gonna happen. I don't know what Christians think, but I'm just saying, like, I don't see a world where we come together on one accord about voting, racism, deleting each other, any of those things until Christ return. That's why Christ got to come back, because he got to set this in motion. Otherwise, these niggas gonna continue down the same path. I don't see them being on one accord. We ain't been on one accord. I don't remember a time. I was born in a time where I don't remember us being on one accord. Regardless of the marches that we did, the protests, Black people, Hispanics, natives have never been on one accord about anything. And even if we have been on one accord, let me correct myself. If we have been on one accord, it hasn't been enough to move the needle, is what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Us together, we might be like, Isarian's the devil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I see what they did to Rodney King. I see what they did to Malice Green. I see what they did to George Floyd. But guess what? We was out there. Me and you was out there doing the George Floyd protests when they was making people lay on the ground for the amount of time that he was being strangled. And guess where we at right now? Still talking about the same thing. George Floyd is in the ground right now. It's only going to be Christ that's going to be able to come back. And it's only going to take Christ to come back and scare these niggas, because these niggas not scared of nothing.
Yeah. I mean,
they ain't scared of nothing. It's gonna take something supernatural. It's gonna take something supernatural where we just chilling. All of a sudden, the sky get dark. What the hell going on? You walk outside, it's a black man up there by the name of, y'all call him Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai. He come with all those angels and all those spaceships. Now niggas gonna be like, you know what? We was wrong. We was wrong about it. We already knew, but until then, they ain't gonna never get it right.
God.
I mean,
right. I agree. I just feel like those things that even the things that we attended to at during the George Floyd thing, like that right there is such a great enough impact that can cause people to question things. And as long as they're asking questions and we is there to provide the answer, that can possibly get a great majority of people over to, realizing this shit is bullshit and this ain't, you know what I mean? Like, it may not be all of us on one accord, but like a good majority, you know what I mean? At least,
I agree. I agree with you, sir. Here's the issue though. When it boils down to, we seen George Floyd, but then turn around and old girl get killed in her kitchen for saying, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Mm-hmm. How far have we really come? Have we made any progress? Because if that's the case, then that should not. I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna just
go ahead.
I'm just saying, like,
finish your thought.
If that woman still has to die in or get deleted in her kitchen, how much progress and how much did the George Floyd impact and the marches and the laying down in downtown Orlando on your stomach for the duration of the time that man had his knee on his neck? How much did it affect us? That's my question. How much did it change the mindset? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. It may not look as great as we anticipated to look, but at least if let's say just that one person is able to catch on to it, maybe that message was just for them. You dig what I'm saying? Like, out of that whole bunch that was laying on the floor, there's probably that was one was like, who these niggas in all black? Why they got the Star David on? Why they got this and that? You know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe that was just their opportunity, and while everybody else is just, oblivious to it. So I don't know.
No, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, like Christ said, Paul said, we'll know for sure. Like you mentioned as well too. Like when Christ returns, you know what I'm saying? When Christ returns, we'll know. Like, all right, this is what it is. Don't do this. You know what I mean? This is what it is. Yeah. Right now, we're striving. We're striving for it.
Yeah, that's true. The frustrating part is just, the frustrating part for me is just seeing it. Like, we kneel, we do this, we try to get,
So let's be clear about that.
an upper hand, and then it just seemed like it reset. when old girl got killed in her kitchen, I feel like that reset us
Yeah,
all
facts.
over again.
I
It
agree.
don't seem like a forward progress. It seems like a reset to me. And I could be wrong, but I'm being honest. The feeling that I got was it's like a reset. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Yeah, and even the response to it was far less with the
yes,
aggression that
yes,
responded with George Floyd. So it
for
that says a
real,
lot. It's very
for
telling.
real. Like think
Yeah,
about it.
very.
The police kneeled on George Floyd, and we was out there in downtown Orlando watching these people. We seen that. This lady got killed, and it was like, oh wow, she got deleted, and it was like, oh wow, I can't believe this happened. She did it. She said in the name of Jesus, she got killed. And guess what? 3 days later, it was old news.
Yep.
Or the ability to not be confused.
Hey, Trump just told Kamala Harris, go wake up. Like when you leave here, go wake up the president and tell him, hey, come sign this bill. We're gonna close the border. He said you could do that. You don't even have to pass a bill. You don't have to go through Congress or anything. You could wake up tomorrow, say the border is closed, and the border will be closed.
Hmm.
So like he basically saying like with y'all argument about the immigrants getting across the border and messing up the economy or whatever the hell they claim, that could end today or end tomorrow morning if you just say the border is closed.
Yeah, this has got to be the most strangest presidential run ever. Like a vice president battling somebody
I
about
think it
something
has
that they keep
happened.
saying.
I think it has happened before, but I don't know. I think or maybe I'm thinking about the first time that a vice president took over when the president died. Might be
Well,
getting
I'm saying
confused.
that she can make those changes now. Like you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
yeah,
it don't
facts.
make no sense. It's like whatever she's talking about, both sides, of course, but whatever she's talking about is pointless because not Trump's fault. It's
Yeah, it's been 4 whole years since Trump was in office. You still bringing up what he did?
yeah, like it's your
I had
fault.
4 years. Yeah, y'all had 4 years to
right.
correct that shit. That just lets you know that y'all terrible at doing y'all job.
Turning now to the Israel-Hamas war.
So y'all want to jump into the next topic?
Still being held, Americans among them. Vice President Harris,
Yeah,
in
I'm about to.
December, you said, quote, Israel has a right to defend itself, but you added, quote, it matters how, saying international humanitarian law must be respected. Israel must do more to protect innocent civilians. You said that 9 months ago. Now an estimated 40,000 Palestinians.
Y'all want to do the cover the rich homie Quan situation?
Just last week, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said there's not a deal in the making. President Biden has not been able to break through the stalemate. How will you do it?
So should I open it up?
Let's understand how we got here.
Rich homie Quan, you may know him. You know what I'm saying? He's a rapper. I mean, I actually have like a little I have a soliloquy if y'all don't mind.
Many of them young
But
people who are
You able to lower the
just
debate a little
to
bit?
give you kind of a brief while I get it. Rich homie Quan is a rapper.
and so absolutely
Oh shoot,
I said
my
then,
bad.
I say now.
Yeah, let me
Israel
lower this
has
all
a
the way
right to
down.
defend itself. And how it does so matters.
All right.
It is also true.
1 second. Like I said, my computer goes a little slow sometimes. But Rich homie Quan, man, passed away over the past week. I believe that was last weekend. They said they found him unresponsive. His girlfriend walked in on him, found him unresponsive due to a possible drug overdose. Now again, like I said, I have like a little soliloquy. Um, hold on, right here for the brother. You know what I'm saying? Just because just give him some justice about the life he lived, who he was. Rich homie Quan was born DeQuantes Lamar on October 4th, 1989, in Atlanta, Georgia. He was a prominent rapper known for his melodic style and street narratives. He shot to fame with hits like Type of Way and his collaboration on Lifestyle with Young Thug, becoming a key feature in Atlanta's hip hop renaissance. According to sources, Rich Homie Quan tragically passed away from an alleged accidental overdose. His sudden death has left the music world in shock, as he was still regarded as a defining voice in a trap music in trap music, influencing many upcoming artists. Despite career setbacks, legal troubles, and personal challenges, Quan remained determined, releasing new music and staying connected with his fan base. You know what I'm saying? Rich Homie Quan's impact on hip hop culture, especially in Atlanta, remains undeniable. His passing leaves behind a legacy of innovation and heartfelt storytelling that resonates deeply with listeners. He is remembered for his contributions to music and his journey from Atlanta streets to international stardom. Rising power, Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah, rise again.
Yeah,
That's crazy, boy.
yeah.
I do want to say
But yeah,
is
but
not
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Nah, I'll wait. Cause you probably gonna say the same thing I was gonna say anyway, so you got it.
Yeah, man, that drug overdose. That's what I was gonna touch on. Drug use
Facts.
within the black community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very unfortunate, man. Our oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of,
Facts.
who tell these artists to make music like this, to rap like that, to influence the
Facts.
masses to follow them. And then we get a high number of deaths because some rich Jewish man is pulling all the strings. So it's very unfortunate.
Facts.
Yeah.
If I could, man, Rich Homie Quan, right? You right when you say that. Like these so-called Jewish executives and all of that, like they pushing the narrative. And I gotta be honest, our people are buying into it so much so. And I don't understand what it is. I don't understand why they buying into this lifestyle so much.
No pun intended.
Lifestyle.
Yeah, I
No
was
pun
thinking the same thing.
intended.
Like,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I was saying it, but I didn't know if y'all was gonna pick up on that. But I just don't understand why they just into that lifestyle, and it is unfortunate. But it's so crazy to see people who we, so much talent, so much promise, and they get clipped by some vice that was planted years before they was even born, man. That's a crazy concept to think about.
Yeah.
A plan that was put in place before they even got here, before Rich Homie Quan succumbed to, what he succumbed to. That plan was already in motion before he even got here.
Right.
That's crazy.
that jump been going on since the war on drugs,
Yeah.
Vietnam War, and since even prior to that, even bringing here on slave shit. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, man.
And then I it's crazy because I don't know his background, right? So I don't know if his father was in his life. I don't know who was around him, but I will say that it's an epidemic, right? Where these thoughts and ideas that's being passed down through the music, they passing it on to these people, and they think they got to do this stuff, and they don't understand the concept, and they don't understand what it could do to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, and what are they doping up for? Like, what are they hiding from?
Mm-hmm.
What's the issue?
Yeah.
They
Hey, listen.
making. Go on, my bad.
Go ahead. You can respond because I was gonna say something
Nah,
else.
go ahead. I've been talking. You got it.
No, you got it. You got it. Go ahead.
I kind of forgot what I was gonna say. So like, yeah. Shit. Yeah.
No sweat. No sweat. So I was just gonna say, man, if you love rappers, right? If you love, hip hop artists or whatever you consider them, how can you love drugs? You would think, since you love rappers and drugs are taking away your rapper or music in general, Drugs took away Michael Jackson. Drugs took away Whitney Houston. Get that, Whitney Houston, right? A lot of people believe Whitney Houston was the greatest singer in the world, right?
DMX.
The idol to everybody. Drugs took away DMX. Drugs took away Juice World. Drugs are always, it seems like always, the thing that do our artists in. If it's not that, then of course it's gun violence. But it's primarily the drug addiction, drug abuse. Drugs took away Pimp C. So we're not just talking about, just another rapper. We're not talking about just another SoundCloud rapper or just another singer. We're talking about greatest artists. You know what I'm saying? People, rappers and singers who are considered to be the greatest of their time. And we're and there's no hate for drugs. Like there's no uproar about drugs and how we need to stop drugs, stop smoking, stop, shooting, whatever we doing, stop drinking lean. There's no uproar about that. There's no conspiracy about that. But there's a conspiracy about, COVID-19. Last I checked, COVID-19 ain't killing rappers. COVID-19, I mean, not COVID-19, but COVID, the COVID vaccine. My bad. COVID vaccine ain't killing rappers. The COVID vaccine ain't killing all your favorite singers and actors and actresses. But drugs are. But that's not a conspiracy.
No.
You still gonna get high. You're gonna get high because Rich Homie Quan was killed by drugs. I had a cousin. I don't mean to be long-winded, but I had a cousin who died from a drug overdose, and my uncle, who's his cousin as well, decide him and all their cousins and family members or whatever, they decided that in honor of this cousin who died from a drug overdose, we're going to get together and do drugs. What the fuck sense does that make?
Right.
How do you honor someone who died from a drug overdose by doing drugs? That's ridiculous.
You know what that's like? That's like wearing a cross around your neck to represent Jesus Christ.
Very much so. Yes, sir.
That is crazy.
Yes, sir. That is ridiculous.
Yeah. Officer Sharatazai, Officer 1000 Sharatazai, made a few videos of that. It's on the ISUPK Florida YouTube page where he was asking that question about why would Christians actually wear crosses when that was like I ain't trying to switch subjects. I just want to bring that up because because you brought up the cross. Why would Christians actually wear crosses when it's the mechanism of death, of deleting that the Romans used at that time? And he stumped a lot of people with asking that question, like, why would you wear a cross on your neck? Like, why do Christians wear a cross when that's the mechanism that was used to kill him? It's like your family member getting killed by an overdose of lean, and now you wear a cup on your damn shirt, signifying that this would
like
I got a double cup on my chain because my cousin, he died, from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people wouldn't naturally do that, so it don't make sense.
Yeah, that's like Lil Wayne. Like, he made that song "Drinking My Cup," and he made the song in honor of Pimp C and damn, I can't think of his name.
DJ Screw.
DJ Screw.
Mo
what was it, Mo E or Mo 3? Not Mo 3.
Watts.
Yeah, all the brothers that died from drinking lean. Right. He did a song to tribute to them, saying, "I'm going to drink lean because it killed or it deleted all of these great people." What? Yeah. You might as well say, "I'm going to shoot myself in the head because bullets killed so many of the greatest people that I know."
Yeah.
What? What the hell are you like? What sense does that make? We are so screwed, man. For lack of better words, us as black people, man, we are screwed because of how long we've been here. Like we don't want to live. We rather be in the dirt. It's better to be in the dirt. Like, and that's really how we feel. It's why we talked about crash out culture. You know what I mean? That's why you have crash out culture. That's why you have these drug addictions. It's why you have all of these vices that we have. Because there's no reason to live. We don't want to live. Who wants to live in hell? It'll be better. That being unalive is mercy. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's how you gotta look at it like that. Like this generation is looking at being unalive like it's better than being alive. Otherwise, why would you partake in the acts that you partake in? Why would you do the drugs? Why would you crash out? Or you know
Right.
what I'm saying? Why would you do those things?
Right. And it got to be for a lack of education, because we're here telling people why you are here. And I think that's the thing. We have to, obviously we're going to continue doing what we do, but a lot of these young people don't understand why they are here. So if your mindset is a Christian mindset, thinking YOLO, you only live once, they trying to get in, trying to pack everything into this lifestyle, this little 30, 40 maybe years that you might get. For the young ones, you might get 20, 25. They're trying to pack everything in that lifestyle, thinking that, oh, I only live once. They don't understand what's beyond this. They don't understand that what you do in this life affects what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They don't get that. So if that's not being pumped in the homes, we got to go back to that, because this is a concept that has to be taught within the homes. If your mother and your father are not telling you about how the life you live now will affect you in the next life, if that concept is not being taught, then our young people are thinking, I'm born in poverty. The only thing I see when I become of age and become the age of reason is my brothers and sisters selling drugs. This must be the way. And it's not, obviously. But that's why the interjection of us, War as Usual, ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, is so necessary, because if you don't have that interruption in that thought process, then every generation that's coming after that will think that this is life and this is it. But this is your opportunity to stop and change. So, all right, I'm done. I ain't about to say that.
Listen.
You hear what I'm saying, though? That's crazy. I understand it now. I see it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, now what your brothers is bringing out is so heavy, man. And if I can add, not to sound too Christian, is oftentimes people feel like going out in a blaze of glory is the only way they'll ever be loved.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately, like the saying that where people says they don't love you till you dead or you gone.
Yeah.
Like, that statement is, it's unfortunately it's somewhat true. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and I'm gonna use Rich Homie Quan as an example.
Mm-hmm.
When he fell out with Young Thug, nobody was messing with him. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody was feeling him. Everybody rode Young Thug's coattail. You know what I'm saying? Now that he passed away, he's a legend. He's this, which is, I understand. You know what I'm saying? But while they're present, before their death arrives, while they're present, they're thinking, well, if I go out right now, that's when people will care about me. That's when people will mourn for me. That's when people will say, damn, he was a real nigga. This is, at least I go out in a blaze of glory. You know what I'm saying? Well, all I have to say is you can still be a legend. You don't have to go out in a blaze of glory and still be a legend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can understand what love really is and be cared for while you're alive. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the ISUPK provides. You know what I'm saying? Actual care for young Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? To show them what love looks like. You know what I mean? Way before it's too late.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's true. That's absolutely true. These young black men, women, this is happening. You know what I'm saying? And this is Rich Homie Quan, who has some money, has some clout. But think about how many unnotables and unnamed people that this is happening to in the community. This is just a microcosm of what's really happening in our community. And this is the thing why we here to try to put a stop so people can see. You don't have to necessarily go through what's happening to understand that you don't need to do it. You just need to see the example. Rich homie Quan should be an example to the rest of the youth. Like, oh man, we need to stop. We need to slow down. We need to just stop this altogether because this is the possible outcome, right? But unfortunately, like you said, going out in a blaze of glory seems beneficial. It seems like now going out in the blaze of glory is like my family gonna get taken care of. Listen, what's my man that got killed in Jacksonville? The rapper?
There's so many of them. Damn.
The one that recently just got killed.
You talking about you talking about Julio.
Guess what? His Instagram page is still posting. He dead. His Instagram is still posting. You know why? Yes. After he was gone, they took over his Instagram and still getting money from his Instagram.
Yeah,
that should tell you what type of condition we in right now.
He posted a picture of him and Rich Homie. Well, whoever's in charge of his profile posted a picture of him with Rich Homie Quan.
Right. And he gone. He's gone. He's
crazy.
Cold right now. And his Instagram is still posting. That should tell you where we at right now.
Right.
Yeah. And just I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be done. Just for everybody that don't know, Julio Fulio can't see none of that.
Yeah.
Rich homie Quan can't see none of that. That's Bible. They can't see none of that.
Facts.
The dead don't know what's going on with the living. He can't see none of that.
All the waste.
And look, I'm a blow their mind with this one. So Salakia, I it's a love-hate thing, but I'm gonna burst your bubble. I was gonna say I hate to burst your bubble, but it's my honor to burst your bubble. They not watching over you either.
Nope.
They not sitting in the clouds watching over you. Otherwise, Pimp C would not allow for Rich Homie Quan to overdose.
Facts.
Pimp C would not allow for anybody that drinks lean to overdose on lean. Promethazine, codeine, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Facts.
Michael,
you know what he would have did? He would have sent the kite. He would have sent the kite, but ain't no kite come. Ain't nobody send no kite.
Facts. Yeah, ain't nobody.
Ain't nobody send the kite.
Listen, the next generation it's gonna be just as jammed up as this generation. You know what I mean? And as the generation prior to that, like the cycle.
If not,
ain't nobody.
If not for the living fighting for you and watching over you, if not for the living being your guardian angels, you need people that are alive here today to be your guardian angel. But you too busy telling them you can't judge me. No man can judge me. Only God can judge me. Meanwhile, I'm here right now in your face telling you stop doing drugs so that you don't end up like Rich Homie Quan, so that you don't end up like Pimp C, so that you don't end up like the list goes on of rappers and artists who have given their life literally to drugs.
Hey, man.
Rich Homie Quan is not in the sky with wings trying to keep you from overdosing. It's not going to happen.
Right.
Your life is in the living's hands.
Right.
Shit, I don't know if you seen them youths doing nitrogen oxide.
Seen it.
Oh my God. Listen.
It's only gonna get worse.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, and I don't know. I'm gonna say this. Like this why I'm gonna say this, right? But when you posted that and I seen that and I went and I did my research, I looked at that. And I'm like, when are our people gonna learn Is it really that you could just put a flavor on some shit?
That's the catch. That's the catch right there.
Nigga. Hey, y'all, look. The shit they put in balloons, go ahead and sniff that shit and you know, put that shit in your nose. But it's grape flavored. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? Where's we at right now? You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
what
that's
I'm
real.
Like,
if that ain't the
real.
biggest flu, I don't know what is.
Listen, there was a wave. It was a wave at one point of the cigarillos called Swisher Sweets. When those dropped, I don't know how long ago they dropped, but like when they started doing those flavors, it was like the biggest thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's the biggest thing in the world. You know what came after that? The gummies, the THC gummies. They made them taste like fruit candies, and now you know everybody getting high as hell off of gummies. But who are these flavors and stuff supposed to be attractive? You understand? If you want to do some grown up shit, smoking is some quote unquote grown up shit. Getting high is some grown up shit. Getting drunk is some grown up shit. So grown ups don't need fruit flavored shit to get high and to get drunk. But you know who do? The kids. You are marketing toward the youth. And this is not a surprise. So I still got a debate going on right now. This debate means absolutely goddamn nothing, man. This debate means dog water. Here's why. Because you're pushing a society towards blacks and Hispanics to do drugs that are going to unalive them, to live a reckless lifestyle that's going to unalive them. And you're doing it while they're young. You getting them while the Bible said train up a child in the way he should go. If you show a child from his youth that it's okay to do drugs, it don't matter how many times you tell him say no to drugs. If you're enticing him to do it, a kid is already curious in his mind.
Right.
So once you take that curiosity and you entice him, you entice that little boy or that little girl and say, well, look, this drug tastes like grapes. The kid's gonna take it.
Yep.
Because you're enticing them. They already curious. So why are you telling them not to do the drugs? Why are you telling them not to do the cocaine, not to do the fentanyl, not to do the crack, not to do the weed, not to get drunk? Well, okay, I'm told not to do stuff all the time. Why am I being told not to do? Then you don't tell them why they shouldn't do it. You just tell them not to. And then somebody comes along and says, well, this drug tastes like this drug tastes like that. Go ahead, it's gonna make you feel good, just like that goddamn snake in the garden. And your kid's gonna get addicted to drugs. You have to be his first line of defense, her first line of defense. This is why we speak the way we speak. Y'all think that everything that we say out of our mouth is judgmental. Everything we say out of our mouth is going to save blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We're going to stop kids. Our mission is to stop your child from getting addicted to drugs and to stop your child from being assaulted.
Right.
To stop your child from throwing away their life for whatever cause. But you don't want us to tell them that. Well, guess what? Newsflash, you're only free to take your own life. So this debate shit don't even really matter. Like, everybody watching it, but it means nothing at all.
It don't mean nothing. It don't mean.
Look, they talking about race now.
Okay.
Y'all want to tune in a little while?
If you want to, go ahead.
This is the same individual who spread birther lies about the first black president of the United States. And I think the American people want better than that, want better than this. Want someone who understands as I do.
Funny how I go from saying the debate don't matter.
We see in each other a neighbor. We don't want a leader who is constantly trying to have Americans point their fingers at each other. I meet with people all the time who tell me, can we please just have discourse about how we're going to invest in the aspirations and the ambitions and the dreams of the American people? knowing that
I'm gonna be honest
regardless
real quick. I
of
feel like
people's
Kamala
color
Harris
or
is
the
trying to bring
language that grandmother
peace,
speaks, we
and I
all
think
have
Donald
the
Trump
same
is trying
dreams
to
and
bring
aspirations
war.
and want a president
And
who invests in
I ain't gonna say
those,
that. I'm gonna
not
just say
in
like
hate and division.
Vice President Harris.
I think.
Lindsay.
I don't know.
President
I
Trump,
don't
this
know.
is
I
now
Hey,
don't
the
know.
look,
third time.
I'm with
I
you,
don't
and I
want
feel
peace.
like
I don't want
I
peace.
feel look,
This
but
is what it is. I don't want
I
peace.
feel like she trying to tug on them heartstrings. You know what I'm saying? And
Facts.
and honestly, like what you're saying is right. Like we're in war. Like if you look at it from Americans' perspective, you're in war. There's no time for peace and sympathy and heartstrings.
Right.
It's time for war, and she should have that
Yeah.
mindset. But
Yeah.
of course, women are going to vote for her because she's placating to that emotional side.
Yeah. Because
Donald
they
Trump is
bleed with her.
placating to the
They
we
bleed
at war
together.
side.
They
Yeah.
shed blood together. If you get what I'm saying.
Nah,
Mhm.
yeah, I
The
feel
women gon' the women gon' the women gon' vote for her because they shed blood together.
you
I
know
get what you're saying.
them women got
That sound
influence
familiar.
over them.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Listen,
That
them
bar.
women
See,
got
that was a bar. That was a bar.
them women got
Go
influence
out
over
of
those
sir.
first time voters too, man. You're
Cons, sir, all those first time 18-year-olds, you gotta be 18 to vote, right? Something like that.
Mhm.
I don't know. I never voted, so I don't know.
all those first time voters, those 18-year-olds, most of them living with their mama. Their daddy not there. And their mama got influence over who they gonna vote for, and she's going for those black women, single women voters.
One who believes in what is
And,
possible,
and you
one
know
who
what's
brings
crazy
a
though?
sense of
You know what's
optimism
crazy?
about what we can do.
We
Instead
doing a
of always
podcast right now and we talking about it, but
the
you know how many
American
black people
people,
don't want to talk
I
about
believe
politics?
in what
You know
we
how
can
many
do
black people
to
don't want to talk about religion? They don't want to
strengthen
talk about these things because when you talk about religion, you start talking about politics, it start
Mhm.
getting to the root of who you are. So when you start running into them black people like, I don't talk about politics, I don't talk about religion, you got to watch them people, man. They don't want to talk about what's real, but we going to talk about what's real. For
Facts.
real. We're going to have this debate. We're going to talk about the politics. Let's talk about it.
for young
Mhm.
families for the first year of your child's life to help you in that most critical stage of your child's development. I have a plan that is about allowing people to be able to pursue what has been fleeting in terms of the American dream by offering a help with down payment of $25,000 down payment assistance for first-time
Man,
homeowners.
listen.
That's the kind of conversation I believe, David,
Sony Massey died on her watch.
as
Yes.
opposed to a conversation that is constantly about belittling.
Off
Yep.
of a bill that she put in place that didn't do nothing for the black community.
Yep. And I like that conversation y'all was having about you know the time frame between Kyle George Floyd and Sonya Massey, right? But let's go back even further. Let's see the real dynamic. Let's go back to Emmett Till. Let's go back to George Steiny. You know what I mean? Let's go back to the honestly, if you look back, it's worse than what's his Slacky, than Emmett Till, then you know what I'm saying? Here's why it's worse. I'm not saying that we get done worse. I'm saying it gets done in front of everybody and we still get no justice for it. Emmett Till was taken to a barnyard or somewhere discreet where they did God knows what to him. And he was such a little boy, you know what I'm saying? So small. Somebody did a side-by-side comparison of his photo to Tamir Rice's photo, and they damn near look identical. Tamir Rice looks just like Emmett Till. But Tamir Rice was gunned down by a cop on camera, and he still got no justice. Emmett Till, no one could really tell his story. He didn't get any justice because there was no proof that these devils did anything to him. You understand? They couldn't prove it beyond a reasonable doubt, so they say. You understand? And he was done in the worst way. Tamir Rice was gunned down by a cop, someone who was supposed to serve and protect him, and it was on camera.
Yep.
And he still got no justice. How has it gotten better? We got cameras and all. We still don't get justice. It ain't getting better. It ain't. It probably ain't getting worse. But it damn sure ain't getting better.
Can I say about the Tamir Rice thing? Can I say that the part that messed me up about ah man, we're going into something else. The part that messed me up about Tamir Rice, right? And it's not like you know this is new, but at that time, you know, this was a phenomenon that was happening. I don't know if y'all remember, but on YouTube, it became a thing where we started to see a lot of black males and black people get unalived during the Barack Obama administration, right?
Yes.
Tamir Rice, when you look at that video, I don't know if people remember this, but if you go and you look at that video, that Tamir Rice, he was out in the park. Somebody called. I'm pretty sure it was a white lady. She called. Sorry, she called and said there was somebody in the park with a gun.
Right.
Now, I don't know if y'all remember this. Y'all might be too young, but when I was little, we used to go in the dollar store, and one of the cheapest things you could buy was a cap gun.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all remember cap guns.
Yeah. Put
cap guns
yeah, like $2.
Yeah. You could buy a cap gun, get a cap gun, go outside, bop. You don't feel nothing.
Yeah.
You don't feel like it's gonna be nothing. Guess what? Tamir Rice outside. I'm not saying it was a cap gun, but it wasn't a gun. They pulled up, when you watch that video, they pulled up in less than
2 seconds.
2 seconds. They unalived that young boy. That could have been any one of us. If you understand what I'm talking about, the cap guns and buying guns and stuff like that. We used to buy stuff like that, just like the Isarians did when they was playing cops and robbers, when they was being
cowboys and Indians.
When they was the Terminator. When you was the Terminator for Halloween, and you was the Terminator killed 120 police officers in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm just simply saying that the times changed. And Tamir Rice, when you watch that video, they pulled up in less than 2 seconds. They gunned that little boy down. They deleted that little boy in less than 2 seconds when they pulled up. My mans, they pulled up on him, opened up the door, shot, his body dropped. That's how fast it was. If you think I'm bullshitting, go look at it. And you trying to tell me, man, crazy.
And look, I'll do you one better too. I'm glad you brought up that white woman, because that ties Emmett Till and Tamir Rice together as well.
Facts.
Because it was that white woman that lied and said that he whistled at her. You understand? It was a white woman who went and told her husband to do something about this Negro who whistled at her. You understand? And Tamir Rice's killer was the white woman who called the police and said that this nigga has a gun. Man, you telling me that we progressing? Man, hell no. America's progressing. They're progressing in their racism. They're progressing in their power to use their racism. Ain't no progression for us, man.
No matter who's in office, I guarantee you, if Kamala gets elected, they're still gonna be unaliving black folks.
It's gonna be even more. It's gonna be even more because of abortion.
Yeah. And the problem is, the thing is, when these things happen with the law enforcement, depending on the people that's placed in office, they'll hold it under the radar. You get what I mean? Like when Barack Obama was happening, it wasn't until the latter end videos started coming out. You know what I'm saying? Now, when Trump became president, that's all we see. Right. Now, Joe Biden came in president, you ain't see none of that no more.
Right.
You know what I mean? All of those videos of cops being, aggressive to black people and unaliving black people, you ain't hear a word about it. Right. So now the president election, now we hear the story about Sonia Massey. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people, they know that, like, our people understand that we got to realize that one is overt and one is covert. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's not a difference between none of them. Like, they both hate you, but one is just outright hatred for you, and the one they keep it discreet. You get what I'm saying? and it's no win. It's no winning in this situation. Like voting for whoever you want to vote for, you're not gonna win. It's not gonna stop anything.
Right.
Can't legislate their heart. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. No matter who you put in the White House will still be white.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's a crazy concept to think about. And it's like we keep saying that, but I don't know how much louder we can say that. But the fact that we seeing this like live, I don't understand why we not getting it. You understand what I'm saying? Like we just not getting it. We seeing all these things happen in our face, and the influx of social media could. But here's the thing. Let me say this. I hate the side note, but here's the thing. Social media has always been there, believe it or not. I remember a time before internet when you got the news, you know what I'm saying? Whether you got it on the news, like the, whatever your local news is, but we were more segregated to our regions. But I remember people getting abused by cops all my life. That's all I know. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm speaking for myself, but that's all I know is about people getting abused by police officers, people being done wrong by politicians, the presidential candidate not working out like it's supposed to. That's been my entire life. So when this new generation come in, they feel like, oh, we're going to induct change. I got to be honest. My track record is showing that men before you, women before you that had much more power than you do was not able to enact change. So for you to think that you can enact change without changing within self seems crazy to me.
Right?
Yeah.
Seems crazy to me.
Yeah. God.
It just seems crazy. I seen Malice Green. Look, Malice Green in Detroit. This is what happened in Detroit. I don't know if y'all know who Malice Green is, but it was a black man named Malice Green. The first man that I knew of outside of Rodney King that got killed by police that got unalived by police was Malice Green. Malice Green in Detroit. I want to make sure I get the story right. But he got pulled over. I think he had some drugs in his hand. Right? They pulled him over. He had drugs in his hand. He clutched them. The police officer told him to get out the car. He got out the car. They wanted him to open his hand. He didn't open his hand. They beat him to death with a mag-light flashlight. That's what I saw. I think this was 1990 something. I'm like 8, 9, 10 years old. I'm not even a teenager. They beat him to death. And he wouldn't open his hand because he had drugs in his hand. They beat him to death with mag-light flashlights. Malice Green, look it up. That's my induction to the world. So what we seeing now with the George Floyds and all of the black men that have been unalived by police officers, my introduction was Malice Green and Rodney King. Those were my introductions to the way that the world is right now.
Facts.
Do your research. Malice Green.
Crazy, man. This shit ain't gonna stop.
And they don't care to make it stop.
You said what?
They don't care to make it stop. They sweep it under the rug.
Yeah.
They make excuses. Every time a black person dies, whether they male or female, they always try to find some reason to throw them under the bus as if they're bad people. As if whatever they did in their past is justification for them to lose their life. Like you never see that with their own people. You never see that with white people. When white people get unalive, whether it's by a cop or whatever, they always tend to go and find their graduation picture. That's the brother, Malice Green.
That's Malice Green right there.
That's the brother right there. You know what I'm saying?
You notice, you see that? That was my introduction to police brutality and how bad it could get. And look at this quote right here. It said, this talking about the police officer. After they beat him to death in the Detroit streets, he just wiped the blood off the flashlight and put it back where he had it. That's an unnamed witness. They beat him like a dog, unnamed witness. He wasn't even fighting back. He had his hands up until his hands fell down. That's me as a that's what certain black people are introduced to as children. I was a child when I seen this. So imagine at the age that I am now, my disdain for police brutality.
Can I make a statement on that what you said about he wasn't fighting back? I'm tired of hearing he wasn't fighting back. I'm tired of hearing that. Like they love to say, stop resisting. We don't be fighting back. You know what I mean? We don't be fighting back.
We don't.
And I'm tired of hearing. I'm waiting on when are we gonna fight back? I'm gonna be honest with you.
I feel you.
And I don't mean to incite any violence. I don't mean to. It's not inciting violence if you're protecting yourself, if you're defending yourself.
Right.
And I don't give a damn what type of badge you wear. You're not above the law that says I can defend myself. You're not. Either lock me up for this crime that I'm committing. If you feel like I'm committing a crime, put me in them handcuffs and put me in the back of the car. Keep your goddamn hands off of me. Because if you try to fight me, I'm going to defend myself. And that's the problem that we have with cops. And it's too often that we see the brutalization happens after the suspect is in handcuffs.
Facts.
So now it's like you casting this fear amongst black people that if they go into these handcuffs, they won't be able to defend themselves. So who's going to want to go in them handcuffs? Who's going to let you put handcuffs on them so that you can commence the attack?
Right.
Now I let you put I got my hands up. If I let you put me in handcuffs and you're already being aggressive, I know that you're going to, if you try to attack me, I'm not going to be able to defend myself. That does not make me feel safe. It does not make me feel protected. It does not make me feel like you're here to serve any damn thing. So while they sitting there having this goddamn debate, why are they not talking about slacking? Why are they not talking about controlling their damn police?
Right.
So, like that's just crazy.
Right. If I may chime in too, like I feel like as well as a people, like we gotta stop expecting the beast not to be a beast. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's going to be like our oppressor, the white man, he's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. All right. He's not try to hear me out what I'm laying down here. Like of course he's at fault, but he is playing out his role perfectly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And the problem is us as a people, we are not playing out our role. Like he's going to be the devil. He's going to oppress us. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like our best means of defense is having that knowledge and knowing that he's an enemy. He is a threat. He's not your friend. You know what I mean? Like I remember Officer Lapierre, you spoke on this a couple episodes ago on how to deal with law enforcement when you're getting pulled over. You know what I mean? And us as a people, we have to realize like the person that's pulling us over, he has the intent of killing you off rip. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to keep that in mind. Like his intention is nothing good. You know what I'm saying? Nothing good could come out of this. You know what I'm saying? So how I deal with him has to be at a certain level of wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And understanding like this person is not for me. So what I say and what I do can result in a certain outcome. You know what I mean? And we also need to have a better a better system or a justice system that defends our community. You know what I'm saying? We need to also have that. You know what I mean? Like an organization that actually understands us and fights for us. You know what I'm saying? These law enforcements do not understand us. And if you go inside the Jewish neighborhood, they got their own police department. You know what I'm saying? They got their own people that lay down law in their community. You dig what I'm saying? And they're not part of the New York police force. There's something that they established in their own community. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that we need to do. We don't need to have to necessarily, get a branch within the American justice system. We can create our own branch. You know what I'm saying? Call it nigga law or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And just a bunch of niggas just making sure that we do what we supposed to do for us. Because our beast is not going to do it.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts. And you so right what you're saying, because guess what? Like you said, the Jewish community, the so-called Jewish community, they know who to call. They call their own Jewish people who able to discern the law amongst them. Here's the kicker. Black people live different rules than the rest of the world. I don't know if this is a shocker to anybody, but we live on different principles and different rules. So when you send these cops in here from God knows Missouri or whatever the hell no black people at, you send them there to police people who live based on different rules. We live on different rules.
Right.
That's why those so-called Jewish people can call somebody to be like, listen, we're not calling Isarian cops. We calling so-called Jewish cops because they know the law. They know what my rights are. These Isarian cops don't think that you got rights. America doesn't think you got rights. So you can just assume that when you call the enforcers of the law, I made a post about this earlier. Police officers are not soldiers. They're not soldiers. They are not willing to die for America. They're not willing to die for America, but they are willing to unalive for America. There's a difference. There's a difference.
Yeah. Big facts. Big facts, man. And these damn devils, these cops, man. These cops, man, they understand this about America. Negroes, Latinos, basically anybody who's black or brown, unless you're East Indian or something, you are still 3/5 of a human being.
To them, yes.
3/5 of a human being, 3/5 of a human being doesn't have rights. Only men in the Constitution. It says all men are created equal. If you're 3/5 of a man, then are you a man? So to America, you are not. You don't have rights because you're not a man. You're not a person. You're not a human. Which is the key word in human is man. You're not a man to them. You're 3/5 of a human being.
Yeah, we might as well go into that Tariq Hill story.
We might as well. That's where we're going. You understand? And what happens to 3/5 of a human being? They get treated like dogs. It don't matter how much money you have. They treat dogs better than Negroes. They literally treat dogs. Speaking of football players, wasn't it Mike Vick who was thrown in prison and damn near had his entire career stripped from him because he was fighting dogs? Now, am I saying fighting dogs is okay? No, I am not. But what I am saying is they have way more respect and love for that dog than they do a black man. Because if you didn't, then when you saw George Floyd getting his neck, engraved into the ground, into the pavement, you would have did something. You would have forget George Floyd. It would never happen again. Sonya Massey would never have happened. After you seen George Floyd get his neck engraved into the pavement, Sonya Massey would never have happened if you love black people like you love dogs. So don't tell me you don't see color, and you got black friends, and your girlfriend is black, and your boyfriend is black. I don't want to hear none of that crap. Because if you love black people, you would stop them from being abused. That's it. You would get them off of drugs. You would stop allowing them to be addicted to drugs. You would stop pushing drugs on them. You would stop pushing alternative lifestyle on them. If you love black people, wake up call. White people do not love black people. I'm gonna say it like Kanye West said it. He said George Bush doesn't love black people. I'm gonna tell you straight up, no white person loves black people. The only I've seen better yet, stop me if I'm doing too much, if I'm going too far. I've seen white people that love black people. I've seen it. I witnessed it. I have been given the grace and mercy by God Himself to see a white person that actually love black people. Let me tell you, this is how I know they love black people. When they come and bow on their knees, on the gravel, on their bare knees. I've seen white people who walk with a cane do it. Get on their goddamn knees and kiss my feet. That's a great act of love right there. It's the only love that I know from white people. Because other than that, if they're not on their knees, then they stab me in the back. If they're not on their knees, they shooting me in the back. Or they shooting my child who's playing with a toy gun in the face. You understand? So I don't want to hear none of that I love black people garbage. If you're gonna say it to me, say it on your knees with my big toe in your mouth, god damn it. No diddy. Nah, I don't want to. Nah, but I'm just saying. I'm being exaggerative. But yeah, kiss my boots if you want to show me you love me. So let's go into Tariq Hill, man. Also, before we go into Tariq Hill, I would be remiss not to mention that Darth Vader also lost his life actually on September 9th, man. You know what I mean? The voice of Darth Vader, the voice of Mufasa. All right, James Earl Jones died at, I forget what age he was, but he died 93. Died at the age of 93, September 9th.
You lived a full life.
Yes, he did. And that is what I love to see. I love to see that. I can't be sad when that happens. I've seen, I've witnessed a lot of elderly people, go, to be with the Most High, you know what I'm saying? Give up their soul. And that is the beautiful thing. To live, to grow old, and go and be with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful. So he did everything that he could do. The only mistakes that he made was loving that damn Becky, man. He loves him some Becky, boy. Yeah.
Not Darth Vader. I refuse to believe.
Yes. The black one.
I ain't having it.
Darth Vader. No blacker than that, nigga. Darth Vader.
Yeah, that nigga. He loved him. He told Luke he was his father. You don't believe it? Yeah, he loved him some. He loved some Princess Leia, boy. So, all right. Tariq Hill, man, arrested. Do we have a story?
Tariq Hill. I don't think we do. Do we have the body cam footage?
Is it in the chat?
There you go.
Is detained outside of Hard Rock Stadium. Right. And tonight, they've also released the name of one of those officers.
Yeah, we're also... Get out! What part of blood do you understand? Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting arrested.
It's the video making headlines across the country after police released the body cam video showing the moment Tariq Hill is detained outside of Hard Rock Stadium. And tonight, they've also released the name of one of those officers.
Yeah, we're also learning more about the citation Hill received. NBC6 reporter Laura Rodriguez continues to follow the story. She joins us from MDPD headquarters with more reaction.
We've learned the officer placed on administrative duty is a 27-year police veteran. Now, we also spoke to a retired deputy police chief who believes ego got in the way on both sides.
I can't run. I'm not going to run, bro.
Miami-Dade police say the officer who brought Dolphins player Tariq Hill to the ground after a traffic stop is Danny Torres. The 27-year police veteran was placed on administrative duty within hours of the incident captured on officer body-worn cameras.
Keep it down. Hey. Keep your window down.
Sunday morning, Miami-Dade officers with the motor unit pulled over Dolphins player Tyreek Hill. The dispute began over Hill's car window.
When you got tinted windows like that, that draws alarm to a police officer because that wouldn't be normal behavior. Why would you roll your windows up when a police officer is trying to talk to you? So that would draw some suspicion.
But it's what happened next that retired Deputy Chief Richard Morris disagrees with.
Get out! What's the reason? You have control of them. And why are you going to take
unnecessary
an escalation in force when you've got control? I didn't see a threat there during the video.
Exactly.
Tyreek Hill was cited for careless driving and for not wearing a seatbelt. The ticket says he was speeding. Police estimate 60 miles per hour in an area of high traffic with pedestrians and vehicles. Attorneys for Officer Danny Torres released a statement that says in part, while we believe the decision to place our client on leave was premature, we respect Director Daniel's call for a thorough review of the incident involving Mr. Tyreek Hill, a stance we fully support.
One problem complicated another problem. And the second problem, obviously, was way escalated. And that's where I think you're going to see violations of policy.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Can we pause it? That's what I'm talking about right there. He's in handcuffs. What do you need to be more rough for?
Yeah.
You already done put him in handcuffs. Like the struggle is over. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going, we can move past the unnecessary roughness, you know what I'm saying? No pun intended. When they pulled him out the car, now you got him in handcuffs. So let's say that's not an issue. Okay, you got to be rough because you got to be able to detain the suspect. Fine. You got him in handcuffs. Why are you damn near choking him to get him to sit down? He's in handcuffs. What he said it. I'm not gonna run. I don't have the right to stand.
Ego.
That's the ego trip. And they try to say it was ego on both sides. No, it wasn't. This is a man who's getting arrested, who doesn't want to be arrested. Who the hell? What the fuck? Who wants to be? Yes, please take me to jail, officer. Nobody's gonna act like that. But if you're gonna be rough with somebody, again, I'm not gonna like we both gonna be fighting each other because I'm a man just like you a man.
Yeah.
If you want to call it ego or not, I'm gonna just call it masculinity. I'm not about to let you emasculate me so that you can get an arrest.
Agreed.
What we got? Where the comments at? Michael Love said, "I guarantee they knew exactly who he was. All they gotta do is run the plays."
Yeah, they said it in the video. If you listen to the video, they actually said this is Tyreek Hill. Once he said that, my man's got to know. You know what I'm saying? Like he know who he is. You can't live in Miami and not know who Tyreek Hill is. I don't live in Miami, but I know who Tyreek Hill is. You understand what I'm saying? Like you knew who he was, but that power trip, man, the power trip. Yeah. That's what it boiled down to. It boiled down to the power trip. You understand what's going on here, and you feel like you want to enact your power. So you want to sit down. Like after he got the handcuffs on, you want to grab him by the neck and pull him down. And when we say sit down, you sit down. You do all that stuff. But then I guarantee you, I'm gonna say this in front of everybody. If that was what's the dude what's the quarterback that used to be for Tampa Bay?
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
If that was Tom Brady, boy, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, hell no. They probably would have got an autograph. They probably would have got him to sign something.
They wouldn't have stopped him. They wouldn't even stopped him. But the fact that he black, he looked like he got his stuff together. He in a nice car. You feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I would say this in retrospect, right? Looking at it, I would say it like this. As black people, blacks, Hispanics, and natives, we always got to be aware of where we at. We are not at home. I know it feels like that because you purchased, you work, you bought a home, you live here, you play here, you drink here, you do what you do here, but this is not home. So when you get approached, comply. I'm not saying he didn't comply, but what I'm saying is these cops was on some power trip shit for real. Yeah. Like when I look at that video over and over, they was on some power trip shit. And you can't, like you said, Officer Itazab, when you say that about the masculinity, because I'm trained in ISUPK, I understand how to handle this situation. I know who my enemy is. Tyreek Hill might not know who his enemy is, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, masculinity ain't no way you gonna sit there and let a nigga bang on your window, tell you, you better do this. You better do that.
Yeah.
And feel like, oh, I just better do it. No, real niggas gonna be like, no, nigga, I'm not doing nothing. Who are you talking to? That's not the reality we live in. Simple as that.
Right. Right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, it's different. It's a difference between, definitely a difference between cooperating with the police and just, protecting your manhood. Like, again, you don't know what's gonna go down with these cops, which is why we train to agree with our adversaries quickly, swiftly.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We train to,
Bible.
it's fucked up because we have to put ourselves in a situation where we're the ones that de-escalate. When they're literally trained to de-escalate. Like that's their training. The police is trained to de-escalate the situation, and they use that training when it comes to their own. It seems like they just don't know how to use it with black people, and that's fine. That's fair. So guess what? Guess what we're going to do? We're going to be the ones trained on how to de-escalate. Y'all, I see. Jeremiah actually made me go and watch this movie called what's it called? The American Society for Magical Negroes. And when I say he made me watch it, I seen the previews for it, for a while, and I was like, man, that looked kind of interesting. I might check it out. But when it came out, I didn't really pay it. It didn't pique my interest. When he said he watched it, and then he saw a few things, and he couldn't really continue watching it because whatever he saw, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go check it out. I checked it out, and it bothers me what the whole point of it was, but I get it. The whole point of that movie was basically what I'm saying. You have to de-escalate white people. You have to. They have a meter. They have a frustration meter, and when that meter get to the red, he's about to unalive a Negro. So it's our job. It's the American Society of Magical Negroes' job to de-escalate that white man, so that he doesn't kill another Negro. And that's deep. That's really what we go through. They make it, spooky and, fantasy. But the reality of it is we have to do that. Right. We have to de-escalate. If I'm Tyreek Hill, I'm saying, okay, hey, I'm complying. What do you need? Here's my license. Here's my registration. You gotta call them sir and shit. Like you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta stroke their ego. No diddy. And it is a form of emasculation. But you have to, in this society, like you said, you got to realize where you are. You're not home. You're in a stranger's land, and they hate you here. So now you got to comply. You gotta make them feel loved and de-escalate them when it's their job to do all the de-escalation.
Facts.
Crazy.
That's their job. Their job is to de-escalate, like you said. But no, them dudes. Remember when you was in high school? I mean, just asking the public, the general public. Remember when you was in high school? If you not that dude, when you was in high school, remember that dude that sat in the back of the class ain't talk to nobody? People used to pick on him, but he still used to do his class work and all that. Those your police officers today. Those people who got bullied and didn't talk, nobody talked to them, and nobody wanted. They became police officers. They went to the gym. They started lifting weights. They got the ability the license to kill, and now they out there enacting their revenge on the black athletes that they saw back in their high school time, and now they get here and see you. This dude, he in a McLaren with a wife beater on, and here this dude is with a dad bod talking about, you know what? Put the window down. If you don't, we're gonna bust the window. Like, bro, why are you starting with all that aggression and then to think like a nigga supposed to just be like, okay, you being aggressive with me and I'ma not be. Come on now. And then that's Judah. Because I'm from Judah, I'ma speak from it. Because I'm from Judah, my nigga. General Muhammad said it. Like, Judah got an issue. We not finna let you do that to us. I'm just sorry. Like, that's why a lot of Judah. I'm sorry, Salaki. I'm just saying. General Muhammad said it, like, when you look at Judah, like, you not finna pull us over and then try to be like that with us and think that it's not an issue. Obviously, they don't know who they talking to, but Judah is very prideful. Judah is prideful. Yeah. We're not finna let you just sit there and be like, nigga, shut up. You can't tell me to shut up. Nigga, I'm Judah. What are you talking about? This is finna go bad for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it goes. So, you know what I'm saying? We understand that, but it's just an unfortunate situation. But the crazy part about all of this, the underlining thing, is that because it happened to a celebrity, if he wasn't Tyreek Hill, nobody would be even talking about this. This would have been just a regular black man on the side of the road getting beat up by the police that somebody saw, a ongoer or a passerby would have saw it, recorded it, would have fell into the archives. But because it's Tyreek Hill, I'm not saying I'm glad that it happened, but maybe this will still illuminate some more stuff, like as if we need more of the police brutality and the aggressiveness that's happening, and the way that these police are being trained to deal with us in our own communities.
I was thinking about the same thing. Like,
if you haven't already, my bad, real quick. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Go to YouTube at War as Usual and hit that subscribe button, man. We need those subscribers. Hit that bell so you get notified every time we go live.
Facts.
You got it.
No, I was just gonna say, imagine if it was a Tariq Hill. You know what I mean?
Fact.
Like, it's because of
just
him.
Pookie on the block. Happened to come up, just happened to be in a McLaren. He get pulled over. Yeah. Listen, we will be talking about. Oh man, I ain't even gonna bring it up, but the one dude just recently fell asleep in his car in the drive-through, had a gun on his lap. I can understand that. If you in the hood, if you understand, I'm from Detroit, Michigan, the east side of Detroit, Michigan. Listen, being in the drive-through with a gun is not an unacceptable thing. You in the drive-through because you know that this is the spot where people get hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people get got at. He happens to fall asleep or whatever the hell is going on with him. He wakes up, it's police, guns, lights, all that. The moment he makes a move, they put 11 rounds in him. The point I'm trying to make is this. As black people, black men and women in America, you have to realize that this is not your home. And the things that Jim, Doug, and not Charles, what's a white name? Timothy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Steve.
I got a cousin named
Timothy. Oh, okay. So I ain't gonna say that because it's Timothy in the Bible.
Yeah, facts.
But you understand what I'm saying. They get a chance to get away with that. We don't. And let me say this, and I'll be done. You know why? Because Isarians, which y'all don't know that we know, that a lot of black people don't know that's not in the truth, is that the reason we don't exact revenge right now is because Yahushua saved you for his own revenge. That's real talk. Listen, we supposed to comply. We need to comply. You may get away with this little traffic stop, give me a ticket, I may have to pay $150. It may be unjust, but what you gonna get when Yahushua come back?
Yeah. More than a citation, my dude.
Man.
More than a citation. So it is what it is. But yeah, man, let's go to this next topic, man. Let's talk
Kendrick
about
Lamar.
Yeah, but I feel like we're gonna kind of be a little long-winded. Let's not knock the Brat situation out.
It's not even confirmed though. The Brat joint.
It's all right. Well, then we won't. Is it? I mean, I'm seeing a lot of news sources that's saying the same story, but maybe it's not confirmed. So we're gonna leave that. We're not gonna touch the Brat per se, but we can still speak on the topic of lesbianism. No? Oh, y'all scared. Y'all scared to talk about it.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
I'm sorry. We probably gonna get. I probably can't say BD. Yeah, you the BD. No, that stands for baby daddy nowadays. Yeah, man. The short knives, man. I'm gonna call it a short knife. Yeah, man.
Losers. That's what you can call them.
Okay. Yeah, let's call them losers. That sounds
Losers.
excellent. Man, look, we not gonna talk about the brat and her alleged divorce with her alleged wife. What's her name? Ruby, whatever the heck, in their alleged uh fallout between their kid, who allegedly is a product of the embryo of Ruby and a white man from a sperm bank, allegedly, that was allegedly implanted inside of the brat's alleged belly. Okay, we're not gonna talk about those things, but what we will say is this: she gonna be back. She might be going to her homegirl house to have a play date, but she'll be back because she wants the thing with the veins in it, man. She want the thing that got the pulse. You know what I mean? That shit that you know what I mean? I ain't gonna be too graphic, all right? Salakia, Lil Diddy, none of that shit. But your girl is coming back to get what she been wanting. Why do you think that you gotta hit her with the strap on, man? Why do you think she's attracted to you because you dress like a man? Why do you think that she only gonna allow you to be with her if you're aggressive? That goes against female anatomy. You're not aggressive. You're not the aggressive one. You're not a man, but you put on the front of being a man. And that's why she's attracted to you.
Facts.
She'll be back.
Facts.
That's all I say. I got more to say on it, but I want my counterparts to speak as well. So Salaki.
Facts.
My colleagues. I guess I learned something in America.
Yo. Go ahead. I will.
This ain't no go ahead. Shoot. If you gonna talk, I'll talk, nigga.
Yo, listen. Check it out. This is a situation where you got two confused people, right? Trying to bring together this American dream as a nuclear family, but breaking the rules. But I'm gonna just say it like this, and I'm gonna be done with it. They get in a divorce. If this pans out to be true, they get in a divorce, and this is two women, right? There's no way, right? As a black man, I could look at this and feel any type of remorse or feel bad for any. Listen, I want every lesbian couple to get a divorce.
Yeah.
I want all y'all to get a divorce. I want all y'all to walk away from each other. How about that? Walk away from each other. You know why? Because the only reason you're doing that is rebellion. You think you're going to get with a woman because you don't want to submit to a man, but you got to submit to somebody. But when you don't want to submit to them, guess what? You still end up in divorce.
Preach.
The lesbian community is still being still divorcing at a high rate because of no attention, which we know that's a woman thing. You don't get no attention, so you want to divorce a nigga because he ain't, patting your ass every time you walk past. You know what I'm saying? Y'all try to act like women don't cheat. These women do cheat. Stop putting them on a pedestal and acting like that. Stop acting like there ain't no financial crunch for everybody. This is what this shows you. Like you living in an illusion where they try to make you think niggas ain't shit. But guess what? It's not a niggas ain't shit type thing. This is not what this is. So the brat herself,
boxing out.
Yeah. The domestic violence. Come on now. You don't think women fight? You don't think women fight each
Oh,
other? Of course they
we
do.
gonna get the statistics. We gonna get the statistics in a
They
second.
fight each other. They fight each other. This is not look. If you ever lived in a home with a woman, then you understand what I'm talking about. If you lived in a home with a woman, then you know that at some point in time, no matter how many times you say it, at some point in time, it seemed like it's gonna get physical. Because a lot of those women get physical with dudes. They get physical. You don't think the brat is physical? We talking about the lady we talking about the woman that songs Funktified. You don't think she gonna get physical with somebody? Come on now. And rumor has it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna stop right here. But rumor has it, old girl got her butt done and went and got with a dude. That's what I heard. But they gonna put it in the news like we just have unreconcilable differences. That means somebody cheated. That's what that means. People don't get divorced on political differences. That's not the hierarchy in divorce. What the divorce is that the brat and this woman was together, and that woman is not really who she says she is. Had the baby, the brat had the baby, whatever. Y'all can put together how y'all want to, but at the end of the day, that woman returned back to what's natural for her, which is a dude. And that's what it should be. So if they get in a divorce, if it's true, I'm happy. All lesbian marriages should end in divorce. And both parties should go and find a nigga. That's how I feel about it. So like
shit. Well, good, man. Listen. What I do want to say, man, if you that dumb to be in a lesbian relationship, guess what, man? You'll soon find out, man. All of that marriage, all of that stuff is not a real marriage. It's not a real union. It's not a real commitment. You're just doing something that you think is fun to do. I don't know what the hell is going through your mind. You know what I'm saying? One thing I do know that there will never be a shortage of good women out there.
Facts.
If you that dumb of a broad to think that a woman is going to satisfy you more than a man can, you know what I'm saying, then have at it. You know what I mean? But for the good ones that understand the necessity of a black man, listen, they going to find a man and be loved and be comforted and protected and not abused and not fighting over all the bull crap that these lesbian relationships fight over. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Y'all bitches stupid, so I don't know.
Oh man, I lost signal for a second. I don't know what you just said. What the heck? You gotta fix your spelling, Michael Love.
Condom.
Gotta fix your spelling, dog.
Listen,
even though I think I know what you mean.
I do want to say it's not even a marriage though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not even a real union. It's like, it's fake. It's make believe. All that shit is make believe, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they getting involved in that. It's fornication. That's what it is.
If I may.
If I could. It's unlawful sex. That's what it is. Right? And the Bible says that fornicators, you know what I mean, will be judged. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is stuff that the Lord outlawed. You know what I mean? And you're not in a marriage. You're just a fornicator. That's basically what you are.
Basically.
Listen, man. And by America's laws, you cannot legally be married unless you copulate. And copulation happens when, I don't want to be vulgar. I don't want to be too raunchy with it. There's intercourse. You know what I'm saying? And intercourse is when a penis enters a vagina, man. That's copulation. You understand? That's how copulation happens. It's not. You can't. This ain't it. That ain't it. You know what I mean? It's something else. Without being too graphic, it's something else, huh? You know what I mean? Yeah. And here's the breakdown. All right, lesbian couples are being divorced because, first of all, because of the lack of intimacy.
Yep.
And I'm gonna break down what that means. And that's just one of the reasons. And there's more.
Mhm.
I'm gonna break down what that means. I brought it up earlier. Michael Love brought it up in the comment. He said she want that old thing back. Where is that? Let me get that. She want that old thing back. That's intimacy. That old thing was intimacy. What she's dealing with is a play date. That's getting old. You understand? She want that old thing back, man. She wants that pulse. I'm a Jerry Hunter. You understand me? She want that pulse. You understand me? Bobbity bobbity. You don't have the pulse, man. You ain't got the vibes, man. It ain't good vibes over there.
Facts.
You don't got good vibes, man. I got good vibes over here. You did. You understand? You know what I mean? She ain't got it, and that's why she's not feeling intimate. She's getting pleasured by a piece of plastic, and that's alliteration. She's getting pleasured by a piece of plastic. You cannot provide the pleasure that she. Give me another P. That she, needs. Damn.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's probably why they fighting so much in there.
And that's the next problem. Yeah, you can. No, I said you can't provide the pleasure that she something.
Perpetuate.
Anyway. Okay, cool.
Pursues.
Yes, pursue. You cannot provide the pleasure that she pursues. All right, you can only get it over here. Pleasure and penetration. You understand? So that leads us to the other. That leads us to the other issue, the domestic violence. That's another cause for their divorce. See, you thought that you was gonna leave the man. You thought you was gonna leave that masculine man who you try to demasculate or emasculate every chance you get. And go and get with a woman because she's not aggressive. She's not gonna beat me upside the head. And then what? You got beat upside the head. Now it's even worse because she a woman. It's not like you can say, well, you a man, you're not supposed to hit on a woman, which is true. You men should not be hitting on women, but that doesn't mean don't defend yourself. Salaki, that's just my opinion. You went to a woman who's a woman just like you. So now there's nobody to say, well, you a man, you can't hit on no woman. See, we have that pause. We men have that pause. Like even the men, I've never hit a woman, but I can imagine that even men who have put their hands on a woman had that pause in their mind, like, hold up, if I do this now, I can't turn back. Right. If I cross this line, there's no turning back. I know I have I just guarantee it. He had that pause in his mind. Yeah, go ahead.
If I could, real quick, I just want to say that I remember General Mahyman taught a class, and he was talking about that situation where when men and women have that heated thing. You know what I'm saying? Like in relationships, let's not be Christian. I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying, period, for listeners. We're not gonna be Christian up here. This is ISUBK on the Commander Junior Honor, so I'm gonna tell you what's real. In the Christian world, you want to act like conflict doesn't happen between the male and the female in a relationship. Fuck that. It does. You're going to have conflict. How you handle that conflict is where the ISUBK comes in, because they tell you how to handle that conflict. But conflict is coming. The world make you think that you get married is the peaches and the cream. They don't tell you that. When the last time you seen a fucking Salakia? When the last time you seen a commercial with Target where they show the couples arguing? Oh, wait. You don't. You always see happy, we together, it's Christmas time, it's Thanksgiving, we all together, the family all together. But realism will show you, and real life will show you that niggas and women, we get into it. Families, we get into it. But the world doesn't provide you what to do when y'all do get into it and how to reconcile so y'all don't not become family again, if that makes sense. We'll listen to it later and say if that makes sense. If y'all don't be close again. So in the relationship part, we sitting here telling you, right, this is going to happen, but there's a way that you have to actually deal with it, right? So when that does happen, a lot of these men and these women don't know how to handle that. So it turns into a domestic violence situation. That's all I wanted to bring up.
Right.
So like it.
It be scrapping in there, boy.
For real.
So let's take these last 5 minutes and we can address the Super Bowl situation, man.
Yeah.
All right. So you got it, Wise man.
I was looking for the caption real quick. I had it up here. Where the hell did it go? So
Oh,
like,
okay.
go ahead. But
while you
go ahead
look for that,
mm-hmm.
most people know about the whole situation with the Super Bowl. Kendrick Lamar has been made the headline of the Super Bowl performances, and a lot of people are upset because, of course, it's going to be in New Orleans, and who better to put in the New Orleans Super Bowl as headline other than Lil Wayne himself, who's from New Orleans, who's been born and raised in the city. And you know what I'm saying? Like, he deserves, in people's mind, he deserves to have that spot. So y'all take it away, man. What's y'all thoughts on it?
So I guess I'll yield to you,
go. Yeah, not good.
This might go over, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. It might go over.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir. No, it ain't gonna take long for me. So go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm good. I don't know.
This is the equivalent of opening. This is the equivalent of trying to open the door for Dawashibi the Prince. Try to open the door. Try to hold the door for that nigga. It's not happening.
Free Weezy.
Daweezy.
Listen, yeah, man. Kendrick Lamar is that nigga. That's all I gotta say, man. You know what I mean? That's it, man. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Now, of course, Weezy is the GOAT. You know what I mean? He's one of the GOATs. You know what I'm saying? But Kendrick Lamar, he's at a good place right now in his career, and I think it's fitting.
I think that's a fair word, but I also think that Jay-Z can do no wrong. But I can say that he is in a good position. Like, Kendrick Lamar got the wave right now, but it's still like a missed opportunity for someone like Lil Wayne to put on the Super Bowl. It is the Super Bowl.
Facts. I would say this is my viewpoint real quick. I would say that I think that the 2 years ago we had the Dre, Snoop, Eminem, 50 Cent collaboration. Eminem stood in the gap for 50 Cent and said, I'm not doing it unless 50 do it. Obviously, we know 50 and Dre had an issue. But it still happened. They did that. They put on, you know what I'm saying? They did the it was like a legacy type thing. I just think in this scenario, why wouldn't you continue that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you deviate from that right now? Kendrick Lamar was also in that Dre, Snoop, 50 Cent collaboration. He performed in. Just if nobody knows, the Super Bowl next year will be in Cali. So at this point, I get he got the buzz, but Jay-Z being over it, I just feel like, why wouldn't you take this opportunity? Because guess what? Wasn't Jay-Z the same nigga that told us not to kneel no more? We was past that, and he was going to promise to bring us black entertainment during halftime? Of course he did. So now, if you're going to start with Dre, Snoop, you're going to do that because they was on the West Coast, because guess what? Dre, Snoop, nor Eminem or 50 Cent at the time had any records or any albums out at the time. So it had to be something you were starting. So now you're going to retract? No. So now, because of the beef between him and Drake, you're going to put Kendrick Lamar in the same city performing the Super Bowl of Lil Wayne, who is the progenitor of Drake. Seems a little iffy to me.
A little iffy. If I could, I would have to disagree with Michael Love. I don't think Super Bowls are city specific. You know what I mean? Yeah. It definitely does uplift a city, but if the people in the arena are not people from that city, a vast majority of the people that attend the Super Bowls are people from all across the nation. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's something like where it has to be entitled to New Orleans just because it's at New Orleans. You get what I'm saying? Like,
but it is a representation of that city. Like, or at least it should be. It should be a representation of that city. So
why not Jay-Z? Why not Jay-Z?
Are the Saints gonna be in the Super Bowl? Like,
no.
Are they?
Well, not necessarily. Not
Do they got a
necessarily.
guaranteed spot at the Super Bowl?
Nah,
Why
nobody
not?
does.
It's New Orleans.
No, but that's different though, because you don't get to pick the
You got 20
team,
seconds.
but you do get to pick the artists that perform.
Okay, so they pick Kendrick Lamar. What's wrong with that? Like, you know what I mean? Kendrick is good enough to do it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't feel like it has to be a New Orleans artist, but I mean, who knows? I mean, I think he's gonna bring him out. I definitely think he's gonna bring him out.
But he can't bring him out.
Why?
Because you know he can't bring him out. Why do you think he can't bring him out?
Because of Drake.
Exactly. Think about the trauma. Think about what will happen if Kendrick Lamar, who just called Drake, Lil Wayne's predecessor, a PDF file, performs the song and brings out your progenitor. That will make Lil Wayne look like a sucker. So whoever,
and it's kind of
whoever put Lil Wayne in the GOAT discussion will have to remove him immediately.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild work. You fucking with the ops. Like, you can't do that.
Lil Wayne's only response
is nigh unto Kendrick Lamar performing in Canada.
Facts.
Yeah, real talk.
Nah, I don't know.
It's definitely nigh unto him performing in Canada. He can't perform in Canada. There's nowhere around. It's really nowhere around it. There's nowhere around it.
No, man. I'm not trying to be.
There's no way around that.
Man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's. I don't know. I don't think it's like.
Lil Wayne brought you was Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne, and this Kendrick Lamar said that they are he said that Drake is a PDF file.
Okay,
so that means Lil Wayne will have to denounce. He will have to denounce Drake and perform. If Lil Wayne performs and Kendrick Lamar brings him out. Come on, man! Like for real,
you looking at it because you such a
cutting
great
the umbilical
brother.
cord.
Look, because you such a great brother, Officer Thawashab, you an excellent brother. You looking at it like
That's
at it like
is.
It's just rap, and it shouldn't be no big deal. When you have to realize that these are still street niggas.
Yeah, that
these
man
are street
full of
niggas at heart. Yes. That's brotherhood.
Is nothing but brotherhood.
I can't go in, man. I can't go. Listen, I'll make it so you understand. I can't go to the Purple Group. I can't go and do a collaboration with the Purple Group after they talk bad about you. If they talk bad about you, how do I look going to do a collab with a Purple Group?
That is a perfect. That is
hold on. Nah. I think that's a stretch Armstrong, bro. Hold on.
That's the same shit. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. The nigga said you.
I agree.
The nigga said you was all right, or vice versa. Them niggas over there hiding bodies, right?
Right.
They hide, and I say that. I say y'all hiding bodies, and then turn around and one of them wants to come and collab with me. He's a bitch ass nigga.
Right.
The thing is, he's switching sides. And you might as well just switch sides. You might well relinquish your position at Young Money or that Purple Group and say, "Well, I'm rocking with this nigga now."
Well, this is why I say that's a stretch Armstrong. Well, I mean, we at the 2-hour mark. I don't know if y'all want.
We passed that.
Okay.
We passed that.
I mean, do you still want me to?
Just
go ahead. You got it.
Let's go. Let's not kill it because I'm gonna just edit it, but.
Okay. All right. The only reason I said that it's a stretch is because we never collaborated with the Purple Group. You dig at us? Like there never has ever in history been a collaboration with them. Okay. But there is a point in history in Kendrick Lamar's career that he has collaborated with Lil Wayne, even when they were sneak dissing with each other, with him and Drake. You get what I'm saying? Like it's not like this beef just came out of nowhere. Like this beef been brewing up for years. You dig what I'm saying? And they have recent tracks with each other. You dig what I'm saying? So it's recent? I mean, it's a couple of 2 years, 3 years.
3 years?
They got Mona Lisa.
2 years.
Mona Lisa was Mona Lisa was about 3 years ago.
Yeah,
Maybe more. Mona Lisa. Yeah, but yeah, they got Mona Lisa. They got a couple tracks. They got a good.
I would say to you this. You said that they didn't collab before, or they
No.
We
like the analogy
never
of the
collab
purple.
with them.
Yeah.
We never collab with the purple.
So we never collab with the purple, but nobody from the purple was ever with us.
Of course they was.
Right.
They was with us.
You see what I'm saying though?
But when they became purple, we never.
Is that not a? Yeah, but what I'm saying, no, not when they did that. But at one point in time, they became a break off. Kendrick became a break off, cuz.
Off of who?
Yo, all right, but look, on some real shit, Drake look at Lil Wayne like he's damn near his daddy. Like he look at Lil Wayne like a daddy.
I'm saying,
and he clings to that nigga like he every time he mentions Wayne, it's like he in love. Like he talk about Wayne like it's a romance, and for Wayne, his daddy, to turn around and do a collab with Kendrick, that's heartbreaking. I would feel for Drake at that moment. Like, damn, like everybody, you can't win, my nigga. This is not your year. 2024 is not your year. You had to go through. Yeah. Future was his right hand fucking man, or he was Future's right hand man, however you want to look at it. Metro Boomin was right there with him. Both of them turned their back on him. Rick Ross got songs with the man. Hell, Kendrick Lamar got songs with Drake.
Everybody got songs.
Everybody got songs with Drake, and they all turned against him this year. Now he gonna lose Wayne too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now Wayne, his daddy, and I'm saying
that's
daddy.
Crazy work.
I'm saying crazy work. But that's crazy.
Crazy work.
There you go. There you go.
And then you know who is
people's lives here. These are people's lives.
You know who the director of this is?
Who?
The same man that told us that we was past kneeling.
Oh my gosh.
It's some bullshit.
Mr. Jehoshaphat Zedediah.
Listen, if I could, Lil Wayne said some off the wall shit too. Remember when Black Lives Matter was protesting with Lil Wayne?
You right. You
he said something about
He did. Oh, but that's why we don't trust none of them niggas. But for the sake of the conversation, they can't break their own codes. They breaking our codes, but they can't break their own codes. And if Lil Wayne come out to K-Dot, if Lil Wayne come out with K-Dot, he breaking his own code from all that shit he was talking about in the Carter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's breaking that. And if that's the case, all the niggas that looked up to him should fall the fuck off. Fall off. If Lil Wayne, listen, I brought it to you here before, right here. Damn, spill my liquor on War as Usual. When Megan Thee Stallion came out, with Kamala Harris. Did we not say that here? We said that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you now, if Lil Wayne, if K-Dot performs at Super Bowl, which we know, and Lil Wayne comes out, minus Drake, everybody who was Lil Wayne fan, you have the permission to fall the fuck off, because that is fake shit. I'm telling you right now, if that happened, you can fall off. Because listen, ain't no way I'm gonna put my hard-earned money and put my name on the nigga, and another nigga come and say this nigga ain't 100, and I'm gonna go and stand with that nigga. I don't care what it is. I go stand with that nigga against the nigga that I put on and put up before the whole masses and said this the nigga I endorse. Nah, my nigga.
So what if he brings out Drake and they squash beef at the Super Bowl? You think that's
not gonna happen? Then
I'm with it though. I'm with that though. I want them to
no, but if that happens,
I'll accept that.
If it happens, okay. When you say squash it, like, like you mean they go and reconcile with each other on stage type shit, like they actually
I don't know
do the reconciliation there.
Yeah, like I don't know if you remember when Jay and Nas squashed their beef, and Jay brought Nas on stage and they performed together. So
how long after the beef was that?
Not like us.
You said what?
How long after the beef was that? Do we know, like, roughly? Was it immediately? Or was it like 10 years?
Nah, it was immediate.
It was like a year.
Okay. So if they was to do that now, that would be groundbreaking, because this is in the midst of we still in the beef era right now. That shit just happened like 3 weeks ago. Like niggas was still like, you know,
it's over, man. Nah.
No, it ain't
Nah,
over.
it's not over.
Over
It's
to
not
us
over.
because
The fact that he's doing Super Bowl.
Stuff. Listen,
the fact that he's doing the Super Bowl is adding to it.
Right, but not only that, listen, Drake posted on his Plot Twist account, he said, we will win game 2 from Rasheed Wallace, a Detroit fan, me. I remember that game. We played Indiana Pacers and we lost game 1 and everybody had us as the favorites. He said, we will win game 2. Kendrick Lamar on his post said, you don't have no opportunities to win a game 2 in the championship. So he saw that and he responded to that and saying, there is no game 2. So I cannot sit here and be oblivious to what's happening here, bro. He said it.
I mean, there's a clear victor in here. You know what I mean? Like Kendrick Lamar, yeah. Well, at least what the public opinion would say. So I feel like it's died down now. If Drake comes back and battle Kendrick again, it's gonna look dumb. I think it's gonna be. I don't know. He should just lay low.
There's no need
and drop music.
Yeah, there's no need for another.
Is he gonna drop though? Is he gonna drop though?
He should.
Drop. Drop 50, man.
He should though. Listen, Drake.
When he gonna drop? Is he gonna drop before? Listen, is he gonna drop before the Super Bowl? He better drop before the Super Bowl because if I hear they not like us 18 times, bro, we got a problem. We got a problem in the United States of America where in the Super Bowl, black and white people are dancing to pedophile Salakia PDF file music. That's
but no, that song is
no
not
claims
a
have came out. Song. I just want to say that. How do we get to this? How do we even get to this?
No, we didn't get there. But I will say it's not a PDF file song. It's a song about a PDF file, allegedly. But
which makes it a PDF file song.
It's a pedophile file song. You got the files on the PDF.
Anyway, you gonna say it?
I know. I said it. I can't.
I ain't gonna be able to find this right now. What is this? 211. Let me write this down.
Yeah.
Fun fact though, if
go
I
ahead.
could, real quick. Fun fact. While we discuss the Super Bowl thing, the people in the black people in New Orleans is very disenfranchised in New Orleans and living in poverty.
I've been there.
You know what I mean? Kind so.
I've seen it.
Regardless, you know what I mean. Not to switch the gears, but I'm just saying, like, it's still a performance. You know what I'm saying?
Switching gears, though.
Hopefully, it is. Yeah,
it's gonna change the whole goalpost and everything.
Right? Yeah.
Bring this shit right back.
Stadium no more at all. Like,
that's
right
my,
now.
They
that's
definitely impoversed.
My life jacket.
There's people in poverty there. Like, who gives a fuck about who?
Okay. People in poverty everywhere.
With
people
in
poverty everywhere.
We're talking about oppression. You know what I mean? That's all.
And then you go back to brotherhood. This would be unbrotherly.
This is unbrotherly for Lil Wayne to perform.
Man. But I was saying if first of all, if they were to reconcile on that stadium stage,
I'm for that.
Would be fire.
And his number one hit is off the list. He can't perform his number one hit, which is "They Not Like Us" or "Not Like Us," or whatever, however the title is. He can't perform it. How could you perform your diss track while reconciling with the nigga you dissing?
Can I answer that?
You can't do it. Go ahead.
Let me tell you what needs to happen. Can y'all hear me? This is probably not gonna happen. But let me tell you what needs to happen. In order for this to work, the ultimate move is this. This is how you neutralize the best thing to do is to neutralize everybody, right? Imagine, it probably won't happen because of the pride of niggas, but imagine if Kendrick Lamar come out on Super Bowl and call Drake out, and they both do their diss tracks to each other, face to face. They do those diss tracks, and at the end of the diss track, they like shake hands and walk away. Nigga,
that would be fire.
Nigga,
that would be fire.
If they start at these ends of the stage and rap their diss tracks, so they get right there.
You know what?
Like, you know what? That's what it is. Nigga, you would neutralize every conversation that has ever been had about it because they squash it.
That would be fire.
That's real.
That would be fire.
Like it.
That would be the firest shit we ever seen in our life. But you know what? The pride of niggas will never happen. Drake is Judah.
But look,
Drake is Judah. Kendrick is Judah.
Kendrick is
I'm pretty
Judah.
sure them niggas is. But that right there, mark my words. If they did that shit right there and perform them same songs in front of each other with no violence, my nigga, that would change the goddamn world.
Yeah.
Nah, facts. If I could, listen,
dope.
that would be a sight worth seeing. Here's the problem. Well, it's not a problem. It's a problem that doesn't exist. But here's what would happen. It would start a whole new conversation of, is anything these niggas say real?
We already
like these niggas just had a whole, but it's kind of now it'll be going into the idea that none of this shit they saying is real, and which is what we teach.
Which is what we need to neutralize, though. Ain't that what we need to neutralize?
Like,
don't we need to stop these young niggas from saying like killing niggas is all good and you're gonna end up in a Bentley with a bad bitch? You not. You're gonna end up in jail. So we need to neutralize all that shit by having two of the niggas that's at the top of their game come
crazy.
together,
That would be
kiss
crazy.
each other in front of each other, and then shake hands and neutralize every fucking body. Everybody can't say nothing.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
It's not. We dreaming. I'm dreaming, but it's not gonna happen. It's not. You are absolutely right.
Yeah, it would be fired, and the fact that it's a Super Bowl where two teams are battling it out for the championship, it'll be dope to see a rap battle.
Yes, that dynamic in the music. Yeah,
right.
What?
Nah, that would be.
You seeing it on the Super Bowl stage?
Yeah, that'll be fire.
And they doing they disses like right in front of each other, and then squash.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
That'd be bigger than Jay-Z and Nas.
Because even
Pac and Biggie, we would never forget that for the rest of our lives.
Right. And even the teams shake hands after the game. So yeah, that's a hell of a.
We got the blueprint, but guess what?
We not Jay-Z.
That shit right there.
Listen, I do fun fact as well.
Yo. What if Kendrick be like, I can't do it unless Drake come out? Bro, what they gonna do?
Yeah. Facts.
Eminem did it with 50 Cent. Let's not talk about that. Jay-Z understand that. I know he watching. Jay-Z, you understand that. You had a white boy call you. Eminem called you and said he wasn't doing it unless 50 Cent was on there. And guess what you did? You bent to that shit. So if Kendrick Lamar, for some reason, which I don't think will happen, ever, if he was to call you and be like, I want Drake on that mug, that's the only way we doing it.
That would be fine.
Yeah, I mean, he did it with the Bloods and Crips in Compton, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's in his caliber. He could do it.
Yeah, and it made an impact because till this day they're doing walks and marches, the Bloods and the Crips trying to squash beef with each other and all. I'm not saying this is that effective, but it has its impact. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like this level of solidarity between Drake and Kendrick Lamar will have a lasting effect on the community as well too.
Like crazy, they can change the game right now. They can change.
If that happens, if that happens, it would be game changing. It would be life changing.
Yeah,
in front of everybody, the Super Bowl stage. You squash a beef like that in the Super Bowl stage, and then make a song. Look, I'm gonna go even further, and then I'm done, and then we can get up out of here. Here you go. We squash it, and we bring J. Cole out.
That'll be
big as the what?
Big
as the what? Big as
the what? He might as well. Well, then Kendrick Lamar might as well do a verse to that track.
That's what I'm saying. Heal the black community. Heal the black community by Kendrick Lamar jumping on that track, and y'all come together and squash that shit. Drake,
you know what hurts
Kendrick
about
Lamar, and Drake.
And J. Cole.
Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole. So
that would be crazy. That would be a crazy day to see.
We drawing up the blueprint right now. Why wouldn't that be so crazy? If you really care about black people, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, J. Cole, squash that shit, come out on that Super Bowl stage, nullify all black people in their arguments. After that, if that happened, what can we talk about? We can just laugh at that shit. Remember when Drake said Kendrick Lamar was small? Remember when Kendrick Lamar called him a pedophile? Ha ha ha. But guess what they doing now? Giving us the best music we ever had in our life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. That listen. And
Go ahead, Go ahead.
Come
I know
on,
we're gonna fight over it, but what hurts me and what is damn near nauseating about what you're saying is that I know it won't happen. Like it's exactly what the black community needs, and it will not happen. Now, Michael Love, he's optimistic. He's saying that it's gonna happen because the Barry said he said don't forget whatever words you just say happens. Don't forget. He's optimistic.
Don't forget No Diddy.
I appreciate
and don't
it.
forget Beyonce.
Said some
don't forget Beyonce, man. We said Beyonce too. We
Beyonce
2 for 2 right now. We 2 for 2.
I think we like 3 for 3.
Yeah, we are.
It's been more than that.
Like 3 of them.
Yeah,
like 3 of them.
Oh, we said that this is the year of revelation. If this happens, then that would be proof. That would be the fucking nail in the coffin. So I mean, if it happens, Lord willing, it does, because it's exactly what we need. But hey, go ahead, sir. Select.
My bad. I don't want to be too long-winded, but can I ask y'all one more question? I know we're way over the time.
If you ask a question, it's gonna go for about another 20 minutes.
Yeah,
so
go
ahead. No, go ahead though. Shit.
What track listing do you think Lil Wayne can perform over Kendrick Lamar?
You said what?
Over that's suitable for the Super Bowl.
Are you saying that with a non-biased approach to it?
Yes, I can non-biased.
Okay.
I do fuck with Lil Wayne too. I do fuck with Lil Wayne, but I'm just asking, what track list you think he can perform that's suitable for the Super Bowl over
top 4? Top 4. Go ahead. What's your top 4?
I can tell you right now. Y'all might know a little better than I, but I will say this: he can definitely do. It's going to be Lil Wayne and Friends. He's got to bring Juvenile because they got to do Back That Thing Up. They got to do that. They can perform Back That Thing Up because white people, black people, Hispanic people, at the Super Bowl.
At the Super Bowl.
Yes, they can do that. Back That Thing Up, right? They can do Everybody Get Your Roll On. Everybody Get Your Roll. They can do something like that. One of them big timer joints, right? Lil Wayne can do the shit that he do for ESPN. He can do that,
man.
And hold on, wait.
Look, I guess you could though.
Hold on, wait. Shannon Sharp and what's the white dude name?
Skip Rogers
Bayless.
or whatever.
Skip Bayless. They played that song with Lil Wayne on it. That was the intro of their song, and that was the hottest thing. Everybody knows that song because they talked Undisputed. About football, basketball, and Undisputed. He can perform Undisputed. If he do those with those, he got a whole set that he can actually do. Including, because it's in February, he can come up with some new shit. But those are the ones that are staples in niggas that watch sports. If you watch Sports Center, you know Lil Wayne because of Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Facts.
I mean,
facts.
Listen, God, I agree. Listen, the only track I'll say is like what Michael Love said, is it Millie? That's a suitable for the Super Bowl.
Too.
I don't think Back That Ass Up is too. I think
he owns something.
They always do the clean version of it. He ain't gonna say Back That Ass Up. He gonna say Back That Thing Up.
Say Back That Thing Up.
White people be dancing to that shit right
woman
now.
Once you back that thing up.
Like white people would dance to that at karaoke. They sing that at karaoke. All the white people gonna be like Back That Thing, and especially because the Super Bowl gonna be, especially because Detroit gonna be in the Super Bowl, of course.
So I think you definitely onto it when you say bring out the Cash Money Ballers. You know what I'm saying? Bring out.
You got to.
You got to do that because
and you got Nicki Minaj.
Because it's New Orleans. Because it's New Orleans. That's really the point.
Exactly.
Like you got to bring out CMB because it's New Orleans.
Yeah. Good. Right.
Like, that's why I'm saying they really dropped the ball. They really dropped the ball for not doing Lil Wayne because of the history of New Orleans in rap in New Orleans. Like you could have brought out motherfucking Webby and Boosie, really.
But yo,
even though they don't do that, this is white people shit.
Backs that thing up, nigga.
But look though, check it out.
That thing, that's
even when they did with Dr. Dre brought out Snoop.
Yeah.
After Snoop, it was Eminem brought out 50 Cent. And then Kendrick Lamar was there. It's about legacy now. So if Jay-Z, who's ahead of this, is really talking about legacy, if you go to New Orleans, you should bring out Lil Wayne so he can bring out Nicki Minaj, so he can bring out Drake, so he could bring
Cash
out
Money Records represent for the
Cash Money
99 and
Records.
2000s.
That's what should be if you really for black people, because when have we seen our legends? Listen, when have we seen our legends on a grand stage like this? When you have the opportunity. But but Jay-Z, them New York niggas, you feel like you the gateway. You feel like you the gateway. You better let the South in. The South got something to say. And I'm from Detroit.
Nah, listen, Kendrick Lamar is a legend in his own right. You know what I mean? Like, he's an up and coming legend. You dig what I'm saying? So he's definitely, I think he's a good fit. But what I would say as far as like the track listing, you know what I mean? I feel like Kendrick Lamar has a better track list to perform. I don't know. I feel like he got something that he can just, you know, go to that people can. All right.
Yeah, we heard that like for the last 10 years.
I mean, it's a big song. Hold on.
Money Trees. With Rihanna. Come on, let's get it. Money Trees.
Love
at the Super Bowl though.
Yeah, you're right. Money Trees. Then.
They're not Love. They're gonna do Loyalty.
Yeah, Loyalty. That's
the only thing.
Oh no, that's what it is. That's what it is. Rihanna. That's what he's talking about.
20 years old.
Loyalty, and he can do Not Like Us. You know what I mean?
Not Like Us. In New Orleans. About the progenitor, the predecessor of Lil Wayne. Yeah. He gonna do that. All
right. Let's take Not Like Us out of it. He can still do for the last track.
He could definitely do. I'll help you out if I could. He can bring out scissors and they do.
Bitch, don't kill my vibe.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
Because we know,
me personally, I'm tired of that shit.
No, I get you, but that's the only one that we know because it was like 15 years ago. Listen, he not gonna bring out no other Cali artists. We know that. Tell me I'm lying.
Why not?
What other Cali artists gonna bring out?
I mean, he did it in the pop-up show.
Who?
What you mean?
He brought out Dre.
YG.
Schoolboy Q.
Dre performed. Who else performed?
Yeah. Schoolboy Q.
He performed?
Yeah, at the pop-out show.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Schoolboy Q. Wait. Where's Schoolboy Q from?
From Cali.
Yeah, I was about to say.
He from Cali. He from Cali.
Yeah.
What city?
He from Cali.
Yeah, where
I was about to say. I thought that nigga was from like fucking.
I don't remember. I don't even remember that. Who else performed?
I mean, the dope thing about it is this is the dope thing about it. Like before Kendrick Lamar segment started, he had some DJ bringing local artists, up and coming local artists, to perform at the pop-up show. Like niggas that's not even on. You know
everybody do that.
Kind like a whole bunch. Not facts. You can look at the.
Everybody do that.
You said what?
I said everybody do that. That I ain't about to give him a.
I mean,
I've been opening up.
No, but listen, that's a big platform.
Duh, bro.
You know what I mean? That's a big platform for them to rap on. You know what I mean?
And he did that, but that's why if he really about that unity shit, then he'll do what Lapayah was saying. But I'll help you out. If he was really if I think he gotta have that Scissors track on his playlist with all of the stars.
Yeah.
Like,
he would be
stupid. He would be stupid not to perform that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, he got some hits, man.
The only way he get out of this is if he don't perform Not Like Us. If he perform Not Like Us, then that means he a leecher. If he don't perform that and he do all other songs like that, all of the stars, all that other type of stuff, and he don't even mention that, I would hope he don't on that shit. I would give him his props. But if he has to perform Not Like Us, my nigga, it's Drake written all over it.
I think he have to perform it. I think he have to. But I think they're signed.
Yeah, I don't think it's suitable for the Super Bowl too.
It's not.
Like, it's too like the lyrics are
that up.
True.
Trying to take a chord in
minor.
Yeah, like little kids gonna be singing that shit like that.
But that's what they want. Hold up. We talking about the same people. We talking about the same people who have goddamn Illuminati rituals on the Super Bowl stage though. Like, come on. We talking about the same people.
I don't fuck with Jay-Z. I was supposed to have a sound bite that said "fuck Jay-Z" on the song, just like on Nas. You know what I'm saying, like that.
Right. That same nigga that said that said "fuck Nas" too. You know what I'm saying?
He did.
So,
Fuck
He,
Jay-Z.
he provided the bandages and the bullets. You know what I mean? But that, I
Jay-Z
guess
is
that's
why
our
my nigga
time.
Tory Lanez is in jail.
oh my
Getting niggas out.
God.
All right, we can stop. We can stop. Jay-Z got my nigga Tory Lanez locked up. Nigga, if you want to be real.
This nigga is in control of everything.
Ah, man. Nah,
this is what we gonna do, B. Yeah. This is what we gonna
Him and
do.
Beyonce up there pulling strings.
Yeah.
Listen, no biases.
Get your girl, Meg. Tell her to get shot.
With all biases aside,
Tory
I
did
go front. Jay-Z did some questionable things in his career, but musically,
Still doing questionable shit. So like,
I mean, you know what I mean? But here's the thing. There's a lot. It's like
still like it.
Diddy. No Diddy. Hold on. Hold on. Let me explain. Right? He's doing, of course, the stuff that we know of, we can question it, but he's doing a lot of underground stuff that we don't even know. Now, of course, I'm not placing.
How you know?
He said,
Said,
hold on. I'm not placing I'm not saying we should place all our hope on an entertainer, because at the end of the day, that's all he is, an entertainer.
Right.
But he is a man that has done certain things to help people out. Now, I'm not saying, it's on a grand scale. I'm just saying, like, he is a fuck nigga at times, yeah, but he did do his thing too as well, That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm with you on that.
That fuck nigga badge weighs heavy on a nigga. I'm just saying. It's hard to get that motherfucker off.
These people that he did these things for.
New York, hey, look, man. New York got a hell of a love for that nigga, boy, because
they do.
They got a hell of a love for that nigga.
I ain't mad at Jay-Z, bro. I admire his to be honest with you, I admire his longevity outside of my bias towards Tupac. I admire his longevity. I admire his business prowess. I may question some of the things that he do, especially this thing with Lil Wayne, but realistically, I just think I felt like this was a situation where he could have, and it's still, open to see what happens. So my opinion may change, but if some type of way there's some sort of unity between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, or there's some sort of change in where, Kendrick Lamar, Lil Wayne, something like that, where they can coexist, that may sway, my opinion of him. But as a businessman, you know what I'm saying? Like he winning in this world's circular, their nucleus, you know what I'm saying? He winning, you know what I'm saying? So I can't be mad at that. But at the same time, as a poor man, you know what I'm saying? I hold on to certain values, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see how it turn out, but I'm not opposed to Jay-Z. But I just feel like even when you the type of dude that talk about how much power you got and you the man, when you in these positions, I just like to see the moves you make. And I just think the move that should have been made here should have been something that was more towards the culture versus the business. Yeah. And it's like, you got so much business already. You already a billionaire, cajillionaire.
He's not just a businessman. He's a businessman.
No, but what I'm saying is, even with that, because you are that and you have so much money now, you've been living so good for so long. Why not give the poor people the cultural thing that they want? The people in New Orleans, like Officer Thawashar brought up, it's people in New Orleans that's struggling right now that can't, you know what I'm saying, afford housing and food and stuff like that. But maybe, just maybe, if you bring someone that they admire or somebody that speaks their language to a different platform, maybe it will give them the courage, and maybe it will give them the the gumption to move forward. Maybe, just maybe. I'm not saying that it's all on Jay-Z, but what I'm saying is, from a man who loves his people, I understand the influence that entertainers have on poor Black, Hispanic, and Native people. We can't ignore the fact that entertainers have a large effect on poor Black, Hispanics, and Native people.
That's true. That is
so
true.
If that's the case, find it somewhere to be like, Lil Wayne probably relates to more New Orleans people than Kendrick does because he's from the West Coast. That's really what I'm trying to say. He's from the West Coast. Yes, poverty is poverty. Hold up. Poverty is poverty.
Okay.
But at least give them that. Somebody who speak their language. I yield.
Right. But here's where this like, and I don't mean to make this conversation go on longer, but what you just said is kind of hard to make this decision because they put ads out. You know what that means when they start putting ads out or they start, advertising things like who's going to perform at the Super Bowl? It means that paper has already been moving. Documents have already been signed. Paychecks have already been cashed. So, if they haven't already put this into play where Drake is going to be alongside Kendrick, Lil Wayne's going to be there and all this, it's probably not going to happen.
Right.
And there's no room for rescheduling like, oh, yeah, we're not going to let you do it this year. We decided to go with Lil Wayne. They already cut the check.
But if Kendrick is a stand-up
they want to
person,
get sued.
But no. Listen. You give me 10 G's, right? You give me 10 G's and say this is what you're supposed to do, and I come back and say, okay, I got your 10 G's. This is what you want me to do. But I want to be able to bring out Drake. Is that fine? I need this. If you say no, I can give you your 10 G's back. Is that not a respectable man? It's not like it's not like he itching for the money. So if you really want to make change, you should be able to be like, okay, Jay or NFL. I'm not gonna keep putting it on Jay. You know what I'm saying? Because that's Judah. NFL. If this is what you want, this is what I want to do. I want to squash beef. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to squash beef. So you gave me the 10 G's. Is it okay if I bring this person or if it is I do this? If they say no, here go your 10 G's back. I respectfully decline. I don't care what's been put out right now. You can always backtrack. You can always backtrack and say, I'm not doing it no more because this is what I wanted. If Kendrick Lamar be like, I'm not doing a Super Bowl right now because I wanted to squash beef with Drake and it didn't happen. Bro, you know what type of hero that nigga would be? You know what type of hero in the hood for niggas that's ready to go kill a nigga just because he from a different mile than he is?
You'll make a statement.
He will make a fucking statement. But they missing it because the money is blinding them. They looking at the Super Bowl opportunity. I get to blow up and get more money and build my brand. Fuck your brand, nigga. How about you say I'm not doing it unless I'm able to squash this beef with him? If he ain't do it, I ain't do it. Go get some pop artists. But if I'm gonna do it, Drake gonna be here. I'm gonna squash it. This is gonna be this. We're gonna do it in front of everybody. That's just what it is. He can change niggas' lives. Will he do it? I'm of the mind of Officer Itazab and say that he's not going to do it.
Yes, because if he was going to make that decision, it would have to be before we heard about it. Because if he signed a contract, it ain't no, all right, you don't want to do it. Here's your 10 grand back. It's a contract.
Well, he's not saying he's gonna do it, but it's stipulations. Maybe he change it and put the pressure on Jay-Z in the NFL. Put the pressure on. Listen, social media, so he can put the pressure on them. Oh yeah, I'm Kendrick Lamar. You seen the press he did? I'm Kendrick Lamar. Ain't no second round to winning no championship. Come back and be like, if Drake not here, I'm not doing it. He already put out Control.
That's a brief.
You remember Control? Do you remember the Control song? When he said, he named almost everybody and said, I got respect for y'all, but I'm trying to kill all y'all.
Yeah.
Reverse it then. If you for the people, if he's so much of I'm with the culture feeling.
He did kill him already, so he accomplished that. But again, contracts are binding, bro. Like they're not gonna take his threat seriously because that would mean that he's committing a breach of contract, and he could be sued. Damn the 10 million or whatever they paying him to perform, they can hit him for 3 times that for not performing. You dig what I'm saying?
Then your Messiah
It's
is a seller.
legalities. He signed the contract though. Like
He's listen, then it's about the beef. And he got to get half that money to Drake because he only there because of Drake. He only there because of that reason. That's the case. Because they ain't finna schedule him for the Super Bowl for money trees.
Come on, don't say he's only there because of Drake.
We ain't doing it for that reason. Let's be real.
You gotta remember, he don't like Kendrick. But still,
no. This is not a situation. No. Hold on. Wait. Let's stop this right now. This is not a situation about not liking Kendrick. I don't have no bias against Kendrick. And every time I get into these debates about hip hop, you gotta understand, I'm older, so I understand from Pac all the way up until now. This is not about not liking Kendrick. This is about what niggas said in the beginning hip hop was supposed to be about.
Yeah.
If y'all niggas not holding up the fucking standard, I'm not sitting here. I don't have no bias against Kendrick. But if y'all niggas gonna say hip hop is this and hip hop is that, and you gonna sell me paraphernalia, all this type shit, and tell me this is what hip hop is about, then I'm gonna keep the standard. I don't have no bias against Kendrick or Drake. Up until they beef, I wasn't a fan of either one of them niggas. Just so everybody is clear. So I'm not like no nigga that was a Drake fan and now I'm hearing Kendrick. My nigga, I'm a Pac fan. I don't give a fuck about none of these little young niggas. I don't care about them. I'm simply calling a spade and saying, if niggas really saying the shit they saying, if Kendrick is about the culture, then heal the fucking culture. If that's what you about. If Drake is about that shit, then heal the fucking culture. That's all I'm about. I'm not no hater towards Kendrick or Drake. I don't give a fuck about either one of them niggas. Nigga, Captain Akkad, nigga, fuck them niggas. Captain Akkad is the best rapper in the world, nigga. What? I said
it. Straight up.
If you don't know who that is, go to tribevibes.com.
Real talk. If y'all niggas want to be gutter about that shit, nigga, Captain Akkad, nigga, I'll put Captain Akkad against any one of them niggas.
Facts.
So what? So I ain't no bias here. So don't ever get it twisted. I ain't buying towards no nigga. I'm from Detroit. I ain't gonna be biased towards no West Side nigga. Nigga, I'm from Detroit, nigga. I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have no bias, nigga, you know what I'm saying? But Captain Akkad, nigga, I put myself up against them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas ain't bodying me. We just talking crazy about them niggas. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all niggas care about hip hop, bring it together then. That's what I'm saying.
It's not gonna happen. Just for the record, it's not gonna happen. Contracts has been signed.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what can happen? At the end of the day, the poor people in New Orleans are the ones that's suffering and that nobody cares about. So
yeah,
who knows
if it happens? If it happens, it was before he signed that contract. That's all I'll say.
Facts. Who knows, man? But yeah, y'all want to end it? Y'all want to give it a wrap?
Yeah.
We might well go to 3 hours. We might as well go to 3 hours.
Yeah.
Michael Love is hey, listen, man. Michael Love is rocking with us. He don't give a fuck when we end. But Michael Love, you ain't the one that got to sit here for hours and talk.
Right, yeah.
And edit and all that shit. All right, man. Go tune in to Tribe Vibes, man. Go to upkflwear.com to get your clothing. You know, cookouts coming up. Hosted by the ISUPK. The next one is, I believe, in Houston. No. California. Right? I don't know. So
Cali. I think Cali is next.
All right, Cali is the next one. Man, so much going on. So lovely too. What a time to be alive. Hebrew Academy is starting September 11th. If you don't know what that is, you know what I'm saying, 15th. Check with a school near you. You said the 15th?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got the wrong information there. September 15th starts the Hebrew Academy 2025. I guess. So 2024. Man, listen, tune in, hit that like button if you haven't already, hit subscribe, share this with a friend, and then tell that friend to share it too. And hit that bell for notifications. We're gonna see y'all next time here on the War as Usual.
Yeah.
What you know about that's that old school UPK intro.